Hey everybody, it's Saturday night. Welcome to Dork Tales. This is another brand new game coming out of Dork Tales. This one is called The Secret of Hexador House. It is set in the same world as generic fantasy setting, which is going to be our always used homebrew setting from now on, if we can help it. We had a little hint of that at the beginning of Curse of Strahd, but welcome. This is the World of Ylos. I am your Dungeon Master, Kelly, and tonight I am introducing two new players. But first, let's go ahead and have two of my beloved older players introduce themselves, starting with our sorceress.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I'm going to be playing the sorceress Kaylin Anastasia, who is a drow with the draconic bloodline of Black Dragon.
All right. How about our fighter?
Hello, I'm Amy, and I'm playing Lucky Sixpence, the Tabaxi fighter.
All right. And two new players are joining us tonight, at least new to you. One is our warlock.
Hi, I'm Grace, and I'm playing Sophia Ferrier. And exactly as he says, I'm a bit of a pain in the butt.
I haven't said it yet, but I will.
You said warlock. That means pain in the butt.
Oh, fair enough. And then finally, let's one of our most beloved stream subscribers and fans. Thank you so much for joining us, our Bard.
Hi, I'm Cal. I'm longtime viewer, first time player. Haha. I literally live up the road, and I am playing Pippi Riverstone, and she is a bard from the College of Valor, and let's see what kind of fun she can inspire in everyone.
See, I love that you're just up the road and we still can't be in the same room.
I know. It's just, I'm literally 2 minutes away. Hi.
All right. So tonight's game is set in a large city called Port Echidna, which is, oh, hey, Blue Knight Gaming. Nice to see you in the chat. So this is a brand new game, so you're just in luck for this. So this is set in a kind of Renaissance era city with a little bit of steam technology and some other Magitech devices that have been kind of incorporated into the mix. And it is a place called Port Echidna, named after the city's founder, the pirate queen Dio Diamond. Slew a legendary echidna and stole her lair and turned it into a bustling metropolis. And with that in mind, hey, well, welcome to my hometown. Ooh, what's your hometown? Is it Port Echidna? Nice. I don't know. I think we're squatting now.
Sounds about right.
So a couple of things about the city. Just so that you're aware, the city is divided into roughly 7 wards. The wards of the city are Foundation Tower, which is the central uptown area. The Rigs, which is also known as Grey Neighbor, it's the dockyard area, because this is situated along a river basin and waterfall. Fairtown, which is the merchant district and middle class area. Hamlin, which is the middle-class suburb area. Bell Fountain, which is one of the upper stratas, because this is a stratified city. Bell Fountain is the place where you basically have to show some bling to even be allowed into the district. The Downs, which was a former mid to upper-class area of the city that several generations ago a catastrophe plunged it into the caverns beneath, and is now an abject slum, and very full of the more monstrous elements. In fact, there is a significant bugbear / hobgoblin gang syndicate down there. And then outside of the city walls is the Veldt, which is the farming and peasantry area. Ooh, Belfound. Nice. All right, so, and with that, what else? Just so you're reminded, copper pennies, silver shillings, electrum half crowns, gold crowns, platinum thrones. Those are the coins that we decided on.
Mm-hmm.
There are the regent, the local magistrate / king is King Diamond, descended from Dio in an unbroken line. Notable figures in the town, in case you actually care about luminaries in the community, there are the Goldbrands, the Celes clan, Celes, the Haggans, the Hargroves, and the Crays. Those are the 5 biggest ones. There may be other ones that we have not invented yet. One of the tenets of generic fantasy setting number 17735 is that we're going to try to visit you soon there. One of the things that we are trying to do here is that this game, it is a living setting that we develop as we go. So we don't try to jump in with everything created because that limits our creativity and our flexibility. So if it is introduced in play and it works, it becomes canonized. All right, so with that, does anybody have any immediate questions about what the city is about, or should we just jump into play?
Can you remind me what the monies were?
So it's a, pardon me,
I got copper
penny.
and silver.
So electrum is a half crown.
Right, okay.
Gold is a full crown.
Okay, gold crown.
Platinum's a throne.
A throne.
You
okay.
can just default to the money type.
Yeah, but no.
No, it's good to use the names that we came up with. We had fun doing that, so.
All right. So, and then at the end of this game, I do have 20 names picked out of potential allies and potential enemies. You are allowed to pick 10 of these, and we'll do this after we're done with the session. The 10 that you pick will be potential allies. The other 10 will be potential enemies. So, and then if anybody in the chat wants to suggest any ideas for names or locations to put in here, especially bars, those are always nice. That's what the chat's for. And besides that, I'd like to welcome you to Game 1 of The Secret of Hexador House, where there's a will. Well, I mean, throw something in the chat, Blue Knight Gaming.
Just say
I don't know who they are. I like them. They're new.
Yep.
All right.
Somebody's got to take my spot when I'm in here.
That's
really
true.
So
Yeah, Nims is in there too.
Oh,
Yay.
that's fantastic. So
Oh,
the
I saw
last thing
that.
I need you all to remember is that I am giving each one of you a point of inspiration that you can use at any time in the night on yourself or on others. If you use it on yourself, I'm really lax about it. I'm fine with you using it after your roll. You will have the chance to get it back if you do something amazing, but you can only ever have 1 point of inspiration at a time. Grace, do you use inspiration when you play normally? Because this is your first time with us.
I do, in fact.
Okay. So really basic, just gives you advantage or removes disadvantage. So, but it's just a great system.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we are going to jump right into game. All right. And
Which I went and picked up my sorceress notebook.
Oh, cute.
As the fancy binding.
Nice.
Yes.
It's gold and shiny. I'm very excited about this. Breaking it open.
all right, are you all ready?
Hell yeah.
An unexpected turn has led you into the stuffy office of Huntley Candlelight. A distant descendant of the Chobani tribesmen, the lawgiver towers over you at a height of nearly 7 feet. The echoes of his ancestral heritage can be seen in the tense, corded muscles of his forearms and the piercing blue eyes that hide behind small round spectacles. A roaring fire pit in the center of the room is ringed by ceremonial skulls of previous lawgivers, runes of deeds and laws past carved into their brows. Despite the furious licking of the flames, the room is unnaturally cold. You can hear rain buffeting the glass skylight overhead. And in the cold, no matter how warmly dressed you are, you find yourself squirming on the hide-covered armchairs. Around you, you see 3 other people besides yourself. Can I get everyone starting with our drow to describe themselves?
Okay. So Kaylin is a drow, so she is very dark, kind of charcoal colored skin. Very white, silvery hair, silver eyes. She's fairly tall, so about 5'10", and only about 150 pounds, so she's fairly slim, willowy, if I could say it right. Wears dark sorceress robes and carries a staff.
All right. Our Tabaxi.
Hello. So, Lucky Sixpence is essentially a snow leopard type tabaxi. So, hi, Grace. Yeah.
I love you so much. I'm sorry.
She's got a lot of white with a lot of black spots. She's got a piercing in her. I don't know if I'm mirrored on this, but in her right ear, which is you can see her character picture. She's very cute.
And real quick shout out, thank you so much to Rose for going ahead and getting this art done so quickly for us. The turnaround is fantastic. They did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And we will be adding you shortly so that people can come and buy your stuff.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about our warlock.
Oh no. So I'm very small, 5 foot-ish, if you're lucky. Dark hair, so dark that you can't really tell it's blue, unless it's sunny. Blue-eyed, very nondescript. Think pirate. Yeah.
Okay, and our gnome.
Well, she's a gnome. She's very pale skin. She's a rock gnome. Pink hair, light eyes, gray, maybe blue. You're not really sure. It changes with her mood and how intense she's performing. And wearing an embroidered hooded cloak, which kind of came in handy. I love it. And she's just kind of hanging out and getting the lay of the land, so to speak, right now.
All right, so
staring intently at everyone.
As you look at each other, Huntley clears his throat and reads from the pages. I, Magnus Vex, wizard and magisterium of the ancestral house of Hexador, being in control of my faculties and aware of the power of my thoughts and words, leave this final will and testament. I bequeath unto the Secret Order of the Jackal the property of Hexador House, its status as a home for wayward girls of magical inclination, its educational license, all of its remaining belongings, wealth, and accreditations, less any debts, dues, or payments owing for salaries or services rendered. I also bequeath the full and paid registration of an adventuring guild license under the sobriquet The Flying Jackals, with all dues paid through, from the date of this document's creation, 346 years hence. The whole of the Secret Order of the Jackal, at present, is as follows. The Drow, Kaelin Amastasia, the Gnome, Pippi Riverstone, the Tabaxi, Lucky Sixpence, and the Human, Sophia Ferrier. I acknowledge that possession of knowledge of one's own membership in the Order does not function as a prerequisite for that membership, he says as you perhaps eye him with a bit of suspicion and curiosity. This is the first that any of you have ever heard of a secret order. To these ladies, I speak with sincere and elementary candor. You each benefited greatly from the tutelage, guidance, and shelter provided unto you by the House of Hexador. I remind that the House of Hexador is no simpering summer home, no abject accommodation, no property as sign of privilege. It is an honor and a responsibility, and now it is your legacy. I entrust its fate to you in equal shares. Keep Hexador House alive. It is your duty. And duty, much like magic, may not be something we actively seek, and yet it remains our responsibility. And that is the conclusion of the will, ladies. Thank you for arriving with such short order. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what does this all mean?
I can't believe the old coot remembered my name.
He remembered me either.
Apparently he remembered you enough to enter you into a secret social order?
What did I do to deserve this?
Seems
Apparently you impressed the
Sure.
old man.
Something.
I don't think if you impress someone, you reward them. Don't sign them up for whatever this is.
Well, you received a house out of the deal.
We have a house. We got an adventuring party. Did I hear
Apparently.
that?
You have a
Yeah.
full Adventuring Guild's license,
Flying
yes.
jackals?
That's okay. Okay.
I take
do you-
What?
exception
So
to
we're
that
now
name.
a guild?
Yeah, let's go with thanks.
If you're all amenable to
Oh.
it, I can bind you to the name of the guild.
Yep.
What does that mean? If you're binding us to
Do we
it?
have to be the jackals? Couldn't it have been like the
What's the registered
flying
name?
Your
cougars?
guild
Still
license is
fly?
tied to each name.
The Flying Cougars is being used by a group of middle-aged halflings in Freeport.
That
You guys haven't heard of
explains a
them?
lot.
They're adorable. I mean,
Fine.
what?
So I believe he stated that everything that we gain is, of course, after debts are paid. What is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not the estate's
What's
accountant.
the
I am an
catch?
enforcer of the will. That being said,
Didn't the accountant do
I do have a tally, and he'll move over to the large desk carved out of raw stone and marble, and slides open an expertly crafted dwarven drawer and pulls out a ledger. In accordance with the city's laws, inheritance taxes, and the debts owing on the estate, how long has it been since any of you ladies were students at the school?
Ooh, 4 years, give or take. Probably
Hmm.
give. Yeah,
It's
4,
Over
6.
a decade.
Oh my.
So neither
100
of you even know
days.
each
6
other.
years.
10.
Whew. We don't.
No.
Well,
that's the
okay,
first time I've
fairness. I know the
met any of
sorceress vaguely.
ever-
All of the debts have been. The good news is that all of the severance packages for the teachers have been paid. They are currently on furlough, I believe it's called.
Mm.
There is a lien that has been placed on the house. Its possessions have largely been seized, including its furnishings, art, and any extraneous saleables.
For what?
To
What kind
offset
of a
the debt.
lien?
To offset the
The
debt.
debt.
Mm.
It
Hmm.
appears that the house is yours in entirety should you square away the debt, which...
What kind of number are we talking about when you say debt? And if you don't know, who do I talk to get that?
Preliminary glances say 5,000.
Huh.
Of what?
Yeah, 5,000. What?
Thrones.
Rounds? Thrones.
Thrones?
I must have misheard you. You said you didn't say thrones, did you?
You said
5,000.
thrones.
You said thrones.
Like you said.
I've never seen that much money before in my life. That's
Well,
more
you're-
than enough to pay for another building or a district.
How would he have racked up that much?
I don't
Just-
know that I want to know the answer, frankly.
True.
So he's
Okay. I'm still in. You haven't lost me.
condemned
Hexador
us.
House is a bit of a landmark. There are other avenues to approach should you be able to pay off the debt. There are adventuring contracts that can pay upwards of hundreds of thrones at a time.
Are there any students currently in residence?
There
Ooh,
are
that's a good
several
question.
wards. Thankfully,
no.
the wards that exist, their room and board is paid up through the end of the month. You have 29 days before they are evicted. Now, these 5,000 thrones do not have to be paid by the end of the month, but
Oh, thank
significant
goodness.
installments must be made to the city's bank.
Yeah, you have me.
Okay, how much per month?
That would be negotiable, but from my stance as a lawmaker, pardon me, law speaker, I would say 5 to 10% up front by the end of the month.
We could do that. I mean, okay. I could do that. Provided everyone else is able to come and lend a hand. I mean, I know, like, one of you.
I have...
We were them once.
So up to 500 thrones.
Oh,
You handle the money
interest?
then.
Better not
Like
let
I
me
said,
handle the money. We need a smarter person for that. Math is not my skill.
I am not an accountant, and I do not have the terms of interest. It should not compound throughout the year.
Oh, good.
Deadlines. Whew.
It is my assumption that
Yeah.
if you pay it by Diamond's Day, some 11 months from now, you should have paid through to the interest, and then the interest is more of a formality than anything.
So if we start working right this second, might not have to.
Start working.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I could jump in.
I need to get my head around this. That we now have the house, and now we're responsible for how many kids?
That's educating children. That's feeding them. That's making sure they don't go and do dirty crimes. That's earning the money to make sure that they are able to live. Wait, we're a wayward house and we're not subsidized by the government? That's bullshit.
That's no teachers. That's no teachers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can show them how to use a sword. I don't think that's particularly useful maybe in the real world, but that's what I got.
The household consists of 5 wards and 1 caregiver presently. I don't have their names. However,
well,
they're
I
your
don't see that we
problem.
have much choice.
Oh.
Nah, I'm gonna make sure these kids don't end up like we could have.
I
What's
imagine
wrong?
that
I
this
suppose
is...
they have
Yeah.
aided us in already securing an adventuring guild license, so we might as well
That's
try
the
and
hard
fix those
part.
contracts.
That's the hardest part.
I believe
Perhaps
we
you're
have
feeling
trained
bit
sorceress?
overwhelmed.
we have a
little bit
warlock,
overwhelmed.
You're overwhelmed.
fighter, and a bard. I believe by
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
I mean, magic. Huh.
Oh, it is a school for magical girls.
Hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting load of drama. I'm sorry. You must remember your days. Okay, no, we need to go get a contract now-ish.
You must still accept your place in the guild.
I'm in.
It gives me a roof over my head, right?
Yes, it does.
Then I'm
For
in.
29 days, yes, 29 days.
That's enough time.
It's a running head start.
Huntley leans forward and reaches into the fire pit between you all. In the center, this entire time, has been a clay jug of wine warming on red-hot coals. He lifts it with a bare hand and doesn't seem to flinch. With a pair of tongs, he reaches down into the fire and plucks a small coal from the mouth of each of the 4 skulls facing you, dropping them into the clay jug. He holds
that?
them up. This is your swear. This is your pledge.
Oh, thank God it's not a blood oath.
We haven't asked him what's in the jug yet.
Oh,
What's in
still
the
good with
jug?
it. It's not a blood oath. I'm good.
Yes, but the jug contains blood.
Oh,
It's not my blood.
fantastic.
Whose
It
blood
will
is
be
it?
in your blood soon. It is the blood of the lawgivers that came before. The law that lays within our
Good with
blood.
it.
Oh,
As well as a bit of tomato juice for
Oh,
flavor.
that's cute.
I don't like tomatoes.
I've been too.
Perhaps you'd prefer something
just tomato
more
juice,
like
just
banana?
Oh, good lord, no.
No. Oh,
There's a banana salesman outside. You could visit him later.
there's a banana stand?
Yes, Peely. He reaches forward and pulls several cups out, pouring about a finger's worth for each of you while chanting in a low tribal tongue. As he does so, you see shimmering white runes appear on both the cups and on the jug, and he sets them in front of each of you, and then finishes his chant. Say, I accept and drink. And you can see at the bottom of your cup, one coal has settled. Small, about the size of a marble, but it still glows hot.
You accept?
I accept.
Yeah. Accept.
The shot goes down, and like the strongest whiskey you've ever had in your life, it burns, but doesn't scald you. And you feel a warmth rising through your blood. It tingles down to the edge of your fingers, and suddenly, for the first time since you entered this room, you are not cold. And
That's
there,
unsettling.
on a part of your hand or arm, a mark will appear. It glows spectrally white on top of your flesh. Each of you may decide where it ends up. Kaylin, where is yours?
I'm thinking kind of on the inside of the wrist.
Okay. All right. It will suddenly flare up and then recede back into your normal flesh tone. Lucky.
She'll look around, trying to see where this thing shows up, and then she'll see it at like near the end of the tip of her tail.
Okay. Saphia.
Back of the neck.
Back of the neck. And Pippi.
Back of her right shoulder.
Okay. And each of you will instinctively know where it is as soon as you look for it. It's like feeling a tickle. You know exactly where the bug is crawling. You know exactly where you're being prodded.
It's a gross feeling.
It is a gross feeling. And
Oh,
as you
no.
look at the mark, you will see that it fades away. You are bound together as the Flying Jackals. You may now take contracts under the guild.
Neat. Can we get one now? Not having the money makes me anxious. We should.
I would suggest checking in at some of the taverns. I think that they would be where you would be able to find the best
Oh, a couple.
low-level contracts. But after all, you're only level 1 adventurers.
Yeah, true.
You must prove your worth before you raise your level in the guild.
Let's go
Gabriel
do
can-
that. Oh man.
Yay, metagaming terms worked into story. All right, so nearby there are 3 pubs that you know of. They are the Stag and Hag, the Pudgy Badger Public House, the Copper Goblin Pub.
Stag and Hag.
Sounds like a place.
Do
where
any
you
of
might
them
find
have a slightly more
adventure.
legit reputation than the other?
Stag and Hag is it's more of a franchise.
Yeah.
Stag and Hag is like Steak and Shake. The Pudgy Badger is frustratingly British. And the
So Kaylin's favorite.
The Copper Goblin is kind of grimy, and they throw peanut shells on the floor.
Oh.
But it's honestly probably the safest to eat at.
That's
It's the
not saying a
safest to
lot.
eat something that doesn't have beans in it at.
Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah.
Oh man, you want to go to the gross with the okay.
The Copper Goblin. It's a good time. Food.
Okay.
Well, as long as they
Fine.
have a decent selection of whatever we can get for going adventuring.
And they don't get upset when I don't wear shoes.
Oh yeah,
I
Steak
don't-
and Heg
I mean,
would be upset about that. No shoes, no
I
shirt,
don't
no
think
service.
they care when they have peanut shells on the floor.
No.
Yeah,
they can-
then
I mean, shoes are kind of an if you like thing. At this place, anyway.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck. Please return to me for any of your law-speaking needs.
Okay.
Thank you.
yeah.
I try to avoid the law.
Shh,
Speakers.
we don't say that in public.
You cannot avoid the
Speakers.
law. The law is within all of us. It binds us and holds our society together.
I
we
said
don't say it in
speakers.
Let's go to a bar.
You're fine. I find most are kind of stuffy. That's why I said no pudgy badger.
Yeah, it's a bit stuffy.
If you wouldn't mind, he looks up at a large clock inside of the room and then down at the smaller clock on his wrist. I have another appointment. You
Thank
think
you
he
for your
might be
time.
lying.
Get a job.
All right.
All right. With that,
Oh,
find
legal
yourself-
employment. Let's do it.
you find yourself out on the street. Now, the thing about Port Echidna is that it is in constant rain. This is the southeastern version of Seattle, more or less, and a steady drizzle pounds down on you the moment you step outside.
Yeah.
Around you, you can see the towering spires of Bell Tower above you. Bell Fountain above you, not Bell Tower. And let me just get some rain going for you. Thunder lights the sky overhead, and you can see the skyline of the much more well-to-do members of society. Most of you have a hat to wear outside, or perhaps a hood, or just a piece of newspaper.
My life's a wet t-shirt contest.
That's true. As you're going outside, a dapper young man in his late teens, early 20s, you'd say, wearing a pageboy cap, is pushing a large cart full of yellow fruit. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
This would be the banana guy.
My name's Peely, JP Peely. Would you care for a banana, please?
Is it free?
Well, that wouldn't be
for
capitalism now,
bananas.
would it, lass?
I don't like you.
I don't.
No,
you don't have
thank
to
you.
like me, as long as you like my banana. It's good at parties. It's good for getaways, and keeps your energy up.
I think we're good.
Oh, Peely, you never cease to be adorable. But no,
Well,
bananas and alcohol don't mix. Unless they're margaritas.
suppose-
Daiquiris.
actually, I could
Ooh,
do that.
daiquiris.
Well.
Bar first. Alcohol's at the bar.
And
Yeah.
he'll continue onward with his cart. And a short while later, you will find yourself there at the Copper Goblin, which has a large tavern sign dangling overhead of a goblin who is trapped in a large copper pot. And is kind of looking out rather drunkenly, like he fell into a big vat of alcohol.
Eh.
So cute.
Now, how tall is the tallest one of you? That would probably be either Kaylin or Lucky.
So Lucky, I just looked it up. Tabaxi are supposedly like usually about 6 feet tall, but I feel like that's a little high for her because she's a bit of a street urchin, so she's got some stunted growth going. So I'm gonna go with 5'8".
5'8"? Okay. and
Kaylin is tallest then, at 5'10".
Yeah, Kaylin's
Okay,
gonna
so
be the
Kaylin,
tallest.
you're going to have to duck your head to get under here. And because the Copper Goblin is built for gnomes, halflings, and dwarves primarily, but is quite
Feels so
cozy.
comfortable.
It's the ceiling is just 6 feet tall on the inside, and the door frame is built to be about 5 feet tall.
Oh, I'm exactly the right height.
All right.
Oh, it's lovely in here.
So
I will have to bend quite a bit to get in there.
You head
Lucky.
inside.
I'm sorry, but
Makes a beeline for the fireplace.
Your poor fur.
All right, and there, in fact, is an empty spot by the fire available. You can see that there are a number of strange people waiting inside of here. A tiefling is having a game of chess with what looks like an Aasimar over in the corner. The Aasimar is playing with white pieces, and the tiefling is, of course, playing with black, and is complaining about it the entire time, saying that the game is a bit of profiling. Over in another corner, you can see that a Kenku is listening very intently to everyone's conversation and muttering them back to himself under his breath, in the exact same intonation and voice that he's borrowing from them. The bartender is a squat half-orc who honestly can't be more than 4.5 feet tall, with a bald head and bits of cottony puff on either side above his ears. He looks at you as you enter and mutters over his tusks. "I'll send someone over to you in a minute."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right. And
I
you
would like
managed
to
grab...
go and sit at the bar.
You're okay?
Not the
So you're already splitting the party. Good job.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh no.
I came for attention, not to be ignored.
Okay. All right. So who's sitting over to the table, or pardon me, to the fireplace? That's everybody except for Sophia?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
How far
right.
is the bar
Pay
from the
attention.
fireplace?
Yeah.
About 20 feet. So it's a squat room of about 30 feet by about 25 feet. It's a fairly scrawny rectangle with about a dozen tables and chairs fit into that tight space. The bar is 15 feet long, takes up most of the wall, aside from a little side alley exit, which serves as the toilet if needed.
Ah.
Gotcha.
Above the bar, you can see all manner of alcohol, including a banana liqueur from Peely's.
Yes! Attaboy. He's always doing so well. His mother would be proud.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'd like to immediately harass the barkeeper.
I'm just gonna
He
kind of half
looks up from where he's
over here.
polishing a stein.
I'm not looking for a drink, I'm looking for work.
Well, unfortunately, I got a lot more drinks than I got work.
Damn it.
What you looking for?
Well, I have this nifty guild license, so adventuring's fun.
Big fucking deal.
It's fun, though. And trust me, you want to get rid of me sooner than later.
I think we're in agreement on that.
Uh-huh.
She seems effective.
If you want a job, it's gonna cost you a little bit of drinking.
Okay, I can make that happen.
So sit your pretty little ass in a seat, and I'll send a waitress over shortly.
Rude. Okay, I'll go. I'm not intimidating the first bartender I walk into.
I mean, feel free to try.
Nope, not worth it.
Back over at the fireplace, you can see that. Let's see. A young woman approaches you, dressed in servant garb, or in serving garb, I should say. She has short, straight black hair and fairly bright green eyes, and has dark skin that looks like it's a deep brown with a slight hint of red in it, like she's been recently spending a lot of time out in the sun. She's pretty short though, and has a very taut athletic build. You can actually see the muscles of her arms as she works cleaning the tables, and is probably the best looking person in this place, besides yourselves, of course.
Thank you.
She will approach and can I get an insight roll off of anybody who wants to just kind of watch her as she works?
Sure. The numbers are on this piece of paper that I very
19, please.
19.
9.
9. I mean, she smells nice.
Whew, nope. You're not gonna like that one.
I
That
like
was
everything.
a 17.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
great.
same.
At level 1, that's a success.
Yep,
Whoop.
17.
I saw things with my eyes, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Proud of you.
There.
Okay. So
She's not ugly.
she's not ugly. Pippi, what did you get?
17.
All right. So most of you, Lucky, you're going to pay attention to just that she's definitely too pretty to be working in a bar like this.
She's not ugly.
And she seems to be in her late 20s. Like, you think that she probably is doing this maybe as a second
Side
job,
gig.
part-time job. The other three of you are going to notice that she is actually seems to be a bit tired as she moves, and is very half-assed. As she is polishing the table, she's doing like a full table in like 3 wipes, rather than the full circle requires. She picks up steins from empty tables and just kind of puts them on another table. Seems to be very lazy.
Lazy or she seems like she's been doing something else.
She
As I drop
approaches
into
you.
my seat, I'd like to be, okay, he's not going to be any help unless we spend too much money, which is counterintuitive.
Yeah. So we might
You
have to
should
try
spend
something
money.
else.
How are y'all doing today? She says as she approaches you.
Not too bad. How are you doing?
You know, girl, I am just having the best night, especially since y'all came in, because it's just so nice to have other girls in here. Look at the rest of these
That's
crew, mostly.
fantastic.
They're kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, mostly sailors and dwarves and these hard roughnecks. Now I like a roughneck. I like a big strong man, but I would much rather spend
Who
time
doesn't?
with other pretty girls.
And they're useful for manual labor.
They are useful for
Yes,
manual
they
labor.
are.
Not much else. Can I
Oh,
get
too
y'all
true,
anything
too
to
true.
drink? Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Ivy. I'm going to be your waitress tonight. I'm here to do anything you need for me.
Thanks, Ivy. Yeah.
thank you.
What's on tap?
Well, I've got a little bit of gold brewer that's left over from a recent shipment. Besides that, I also have a Fabrazi Pale. There's some weird banana stout right now because we had that big banana shipment that came in last month. I don't know what the deal is. I don't like those fruit myself. I think they're a little too oily. But I hear they're good for your teeth.
They have a weird texture.
And then we also have a
Yeah.
coffee stout that comes all the way from Capsidet.
Ooh.
Oh.
Off.
That sounds
Oh, and
good.
of course, elven wines and things like that, lady, if that's what you're into.
I would love a glass of wine.
Would you like we have rosé, we have white, we have a very dark red.
I would like to try the dark red.
A dark red, all right, one dark red. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'll take the chocolate stout. Or the coffee
Chocolate.
stout, sorry.
Coffee stout, absolutely.
Coffee stout.
Are you guys
Nice.
familiar with the Dirty Monkey? Just
The
a
Dirty-
question.
Now, are we talking about the drink, the dirty monkey? Are we talking
The
about the
drink.
dirty monkey? Okay.
The
Because
drink.
there is a dirty monkey that hangs around the beggar areas around this time of town,
Oh.
or this part of town, and
The drink, the banana
drink.
coconut and rum.
Fun to tease.
I can absolutely get you one of those. And
Gotta support my boy. Peely's such a good boy.
yeah, he's very appealing. Now,
Not
what
appealing.
about-
Good.
I was making a banana pun, but I suppose it was I buried the lead on that one. And for yourself, my friend here.
And I get some. Ooh. Do you know how to make a the frightened mouse?
You know, I don't, but I would love to learn.
Uh,
Do you know
I
how to make it?
I think it's got raspberry in it.
Okay,
But
we do
don't
have some raspberry
recall.
liqueur, the frightened mouse. I'm gonna go check the handbook and see if I can look it up, and I will bring you back the best frightened mouse I can think up.
Thank you.
Was there anything else? I heard something about y'all being adventurers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
you.
you're wanting the guild book.
Yes.
Yes.
Could I get some chicken?
Absolutely. Which part of the chicken do you want? Do you want chicken thighs, chicken strips, chicken nuggets? chicken, or we
I
do have
Just give me a chicken.
Chicken.
just a full chicken, full
Do you
order
want it?
chicken.
You might need to be specific.
Roast?
Do you want it cooked?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
you
you
go.
Get in my teeth.
Okay.
Just some roast
I'll bring you that.
chicken.
Any other food for y'all? We do
Thank
have
you.
spicy potatoes, and we do have bloomin' onions.
I'm
No.
good for now.
Oh, and we do have flumin, excuse me, fumin onions as well, which are very, very spicy.
No, that's okay. No.
I don't think
Fine,
well on
thanks.
a full stomach.
I
Well-
don't do well with spice.
And before I bring over the guild paperwork, can you please remind me? I'm sure I forgot to ask, but what guild level would you be, just for purposes of the paperwork I'm going to bring over?
First, we just got
One.
it today.
Yeah,
Oh, well, tell you what.
we're brand new.
The chicken will be on me.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's very kind of
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations.
That's very kind.
Welcome to the game.
Swish, swish, swish
Oh,
tail.
dear.
And she will shimmy up to the bar, kind of swaying her hips as she goes because, hey, tips are important. Can I
We're
get
not
a quick...
stanky old men.
Anybody who got a good look at her, which is all of you, I would like you to make me a roll. And this is going to be just... This is going to be a... Trying to think what the equivalent of streetwise is in this. I guess history.
History
so
could
you
be one. Investigation could be one.
You can make me history or insight. Again.
Well, it'll be a 12 for insight.
Let's go with insight. Because I have -2 on all 8 rolls.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Unnut 20 on either insight or history.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter which.
14.
I take on insight.
Sophia, she
I
looks
fell off.
very familiar to you, but you can't place her.
Oh God, that's not saying a lot.
And Pippi, what'd you get?
Got a 16.
All right, so the rest of you, actually, if you spend any time going through the city area that you're in right now, you are actually in Hamlin, the Midtown area, which is where most of the law offices tend to be. You will actually recognize her as a member of the watch wardens, the city guards. You've actually seen her. She's a watch lieutenant.
Okay. So she's
Apparently
gonna
this
be
is her
somebody
second
good
job.
To know.
Or maybe she's undercover. Who knows? But you'll recognize her.
We need to make friends with her.
Christine, Kaylin got high enough that you'll actually know her last name. She is Watch Commander Cornwallis.
Okay.
And, I forgot to mention that she has a septum piercing, but she does. But besides that, she'll go off there. She will acquire the... Oh, we ended up in the antiquarium sound again. One sec. Boop. There we go. Now we're back in the pub. All right. So she will come back a few moments later with a single sheet of paper and set it down between you on the little coffee table that is acting as a table between the reclining chairs that you have. Well, it looks like today most of the level 1 contracts are pretty slim, at least in Hamlin. Maybe the other wards have other ones, but right now it looks like there's just one right now.
What is it? Let's have a look.
So looking down, you can see that it is a call for help from another local bar called the Prize Pig Pub, where the bar owner, Salvador Cleves, has asked for some help retrieving an item that was recently lost due to... actually, it doesn't say why. It just says that the recently lost item. Please inquire for more details. Discretion key. The reward is 50 gold pieces for what is listed as probably a couple hours work.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Going on fetch quest.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then shortly she'll bring out your drinks, and let me just do a quick check for something. She manages the frightened mouse with a 22, so I think that's a pretty good frightened mouse. The rest of you are given your drinks. Everything is spit spot, the right temperature, the right alcohol content. Nothing appears to be watered down. And the chicken is a very wonderful, savory, roasted flavor with a bit of salt on the side.
Sounds good.
Sounding very Monster Hunter. Let's make this
It is
game
what it
about
is.
food, guys. How well are we eating?
Pretty well, pretty well.
Probably not too well after this, though, because we had to save all our pennies.
Yeah, we gotta.
Well, I mean, there is always the other option that you know about. You could always try taking out loans from local establishments.
No.
I mean,
Most
the
of them are
Benevolent Order of
hacks.
Bakers does offer loans at a very adjustable interest rate.
Bob. The Bobs.
The Bobs, yeah. Always ask
You can go to
Bob.
the Bobs.
The
I have
Bobs.
no desire to get that far into debt at my age.
Yeah, no.
No.
God, no.
You don't
I
want to
don't
be in
see the
debt to
problem.
bakers.
I've worked with one too many of those hacks. It's a solid no.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
make such good bread.
Yeah, you don't want to know what they put in it.
Actually,
yeah.
you can absolutely trust the Benevolent Order of Bakers. That's how they began. They were they're a criminal syndicate that, well, they're a legitimate front to a protection racket and leg breaking operation.
Businessmen.
But you can guarantee their bread's always good because they began as a baker's guild that enforced quality standards and insurance for local bakeries and bakery recipes. This is an actual historical thing on Earth that in Ylos has spun out to be a mob.
Whoop whoop. Bakers are where it's at, yo.
Yeah. Look up bakery stamps if you're in the chat and you're curious about what history I'm talking about. They're great. There's a recent Tumblr post that's been talking a lot about them. So with that, what do you do?
Interesting.
Well,
I wasn't going to immediately down the drink, but
You know, skull.
sooner it's done, the sooner it's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
When were you all in Hexador House?
6-ish years ago. We don't talk about it
10,
much.
15 years ago.
That's
It's
wow.
been a long time.
Ugh.
Somewhere in there.
Did anyone else find that compartment in the cupboard under the stairs?
Of course I did.
Okay, good.
Nice place for a nap.
Just had
So
to make
how is
sure.
it doing now?
I heard about it. I knew about it, but everybody knew about it when I was there.
Good. Because no one knew when I was there. It was awful.
Oh, lucky.
I got to disappear though. Magic trick.
Nice.
Mm.
Oh man, it's been a while. Seriously, I can't believe the old coot remembered my name.
I think we're all just as shocked as you are.
Which, actually, Kelly, quick question for you. How long was that old coot, the
Yeah.
the runner? Because I was probably there 100, 150 years ago.
He was alive then. He was a wizard and did take
Ah.
a number of
Wizards
life-sustaining potions. He was probably, and I'm just gonna roll this up real quick actually because I didn't decide how old he was. I think 3d10 will probably cover that. He was about 350 years old when he died.
Yeah,
Life-
that sounds about right for him. Stubborn old goat.
Very, very frail. Basically went from the final Dumbledore.
Yeah.
That guy.
That's a better question. Now that we've all met him at some point in
Yeah.
time. We all know how much that guy couldn't die to save his soul.
Mhm.
Why is he dead? Did he tell us that? The guy
He
who's
just
legal?
eventually.
There ends up
you
being
probably
like
read.
he was still human.
Yeah, but
So-
As much as he was a wizard and extended his life, I mean, there's only so long.
He just
I know, but
eventually.
human wizards are
Yeah.
assholes.
He basically died of old age. There is no foul play suspected.
Old age.
Okay.
Seriously old.
I just didn't think he had it in him, you know?
Yeah.
He was a lot of things, and Wimp was not one of them.
Yeah.
Anybody who's curious, this is what Magnus Vex looked like at the end of his life. If you're watching in the Twitch stream, I've got him up in the bottom corner now. Or the bottom center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Center.
Seriously, tough old goat.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow.
But don't call him that to his face, he gets mad.
He's
Well, not anymore, he
surprisingly
doesn't.
Oh, we can't
perceptive.
anymore.
He might still.
He might still. Like it's
Well, if
that
you
guy
guys
I wouldn't
chose-
trust as far as I could throw him.
The city is home
That's
to
true.
the Undying. They live in Bell Fountain.
Hmm.
But if you so chose, you could raise the dead with alms and worship.
Yeah, that's
no.
a bad idea.
The Undying are actually
never come back right.
lawful good. The Undying actually kind of do. They only remain so as long as you continue to give to the church and give offerings to their souls. But it's a good way to keep your family alive forever. They do rot though. That's
I'm good.
A
No.
little
Hey.
stinky.
Does anyone
Yeah,
want to talk
no.
to him again?
I don't like them. They smell.
Yeah.
yeah. Eventually they ascend to spectral beings of pure light, which is kind of nice.
Well, that's kind of beautiful, except for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
part where I have
It's
to
the
do all
rotting part.
Yeah, it depends how
Yeah.
fast you donate 1,000,000 gold.
the work.
Wow.
Nope. I can't even do that by illegal means.
No.
Ugh,
That's a lot of cash.
All right.
that's a lot of cash. Solves a lot
So-
of problems.
Continuing forward, you guys are hanging out in the pub.
What time of day is
Anything
this?
else? Right now, it is after dark, early evening. So about this time of year, it's the middle of winter. So I'd say it's just past
Okay.
6:30.
Okay.
Frankly, I'd rather sleep before going on an adventure.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Not because I'm exhausted or unmotivated,
No,
but because I
just-
literally cannot see in the dark.
Are you also exhausted and unmotivated?
We should
No, the
probably
exact
go
opposite.
and take the job first.
Yes. And then let them know that we're
Pit
we'll
stop.
Or somebody
set
else
off in the
does.
morning.
And then go to
Agreed.
Hexador. Oh, dear lord.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylin is absolutely right.
Definitely.
Do you flag
Okay.
over Ivy for your bill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the evening's libations are going to cost you 8 copper pieces or 8 pennies.
That's fairly reasonable.
Holy crap, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's not, it's
We're
not
coming
bad.
back here.
Mm.
It's like
I got the whole bill, guys.
All right. Thank
no
you.
reason in
That's
particular.
really generous.
Yeah,
Thank you.
don't worry about that.
Yeah. Thank
I
so
like
much.
you.
You're
Hmm.
welcome. Please don't be insulted if I forget to call you Lucky and I call you Kitty instead.
Sophia,
need
are you
to.
wearing gloves?
Negative.
Okay, so where is your item normally?
Which item?
Your friend.
You're looking at him.
Okay.
I got a little potion bottle on my necklace.
Sounds good.
That's where you keep
As-
friends, right? Potion bottles?
Sure.
So as she leans over, you'll
Sounds
actually
reasonable.
see Kaylin being right across the way and being so inclined. You are going to see that as she leans over to pay, her necklace, little strands of it that are dangling down, seem to move of their own accord and stretch a bit as if they're bored.
Hmm.
As
Insight?
if the very human, make me an Arcana check. I'm upgrading this for you, Grace.
I'm so excited you have no idea.
Right, well, that was a
Very
nat 20.
intriguing.
Yes!
There's
And it ends up being a
something-
24.
There's
I
something
want
innately
Christine's
magical
dice.
about her necklace, and you are absolutely certain you just saw the necklace move of its own accord. And as you glance at it, the vial / gem, whatever's in the center here,
Vial.
for a moment, you can see that a small eyeball turns and looks directly at you inside of it. and
Yes!
Hmm.
Oh, I'm
It's
so
glowing-
excited.
blinks. It's glowing a bright blue. About the same color, like almost to like a neon blue.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
Sophia, as you're paying, you're going to hear a voice in your head.
What is she looking at?
Do I answer?
Let me try this one more time.
What is she looking at?
That's
I'm gonna actively choose to not respond because I think I have to do that out loud. It might be weird if I start talking to myself right away.
Well, the
Sophia.
sorceress knows.
Did you say you're a warlock?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
She'll look
I use
very
swords,
deliberately
but-
down at your necklace and then back up at you.
Yeah. It's fine.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, what do you look?
That's fascinating.
What is that? New?
Act casual.
I'm gonna get up out of my chair with no warning,
Yes?
step back for like 2-3 steps. Okay, you can't do that when I'm with company.
Do what?
Speak to me and require an answer.
I can't speak to anyone else yet.
I know, that's why I can't respond.
Are you?
I'm not
talking
out of
to
my mind, I
someone?
swear. I'm gonna
Or
come
are
back
you-
to the table. I'm not out of my mind. Just a little
No,
upset.
you're a warlock with your patron around your neck.
Shh. They don't
knows.
not. Of course she knows. Are you surprised? Oh no, now I'm talking to myself in public with my friends.
No,
Ugh.
no, we know who you're
Act
talking
casual.
to. It's okay.
He's just curious.
Who is she
That's all there
talking
is.
to?
It's fair.
Okay. Cat girl. Your name is Lucky.
Human.
I just said it. Look at my neck.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see movement if you look real careful.
Yeah,
she's
it's
not.
fascinating.
Yeah, that's what's talking to
I'm
me.
being very still.
No, you're not. Stop lying.
Am I
And
in the
just-
flying jack off as
hand-
well?
Hand reaches out. Bat.
I'm not saying it's my literal soul. It's very similar, though.
No, I own that.
I know. That's why I told them not to touch you.
all right.
Ugh. It's very irritating. I'd like to pay the lady and leave. Thank you.
Twitch.
Y'all can just leave
Fine.
the coins on the table.
Oh, great. Now Ivy thinks I'm nuts.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure as a lieutenant, she's seen a lot of things.
Yeah,
There are
probably.
lots of people who talk to themselves on the streets. It's true.
And they're not all just addicted to whatever the local drug is.
Bananas.
Are they warlocks too?
Third eye. It's a bad news bear drug.
Is
Do
that from
not
something?
Mm.
Yes, it is. I'm making a reference. Thank you for noticing.
Okay. Then
And
I
it's
can't
from a
use
book!
it. Then I shan't use it. It's too bad. That's a nice name.
Yeah. It's a good one. You'll have to come with something else.
Okay.
I will have questions for you later.
Maybe I'll even be able to answer them. Who knows?
The front door opens and 3 stout dwarves enter, speaking in very harsh dwarvish to each other. Do any of you speak dwarvish?
I do not. I speak a lot of other things, but not
I
that.
speak common, goblin, and tabaxi.
Go figure.
Russian.
Dwarvish is the one we don't have.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch, wo ich heute schaue.
Hang on.
Ja, da.
I
Gute
might.
Trabschilla. Excuse me. Lady, are you
Which
all
lady?
leaving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you all look alike to me, one of them says, looking up at you above his, from underneath
Fair.
his bushy
Yeah.
red eyebrows.
That's fair.
But
I will look at my black skin and then
Oh,
kind
I
of
speak
go,
Dwarvish.
Okay.
Oh, we have a dwarvish
They-
speaker. Yes.
I speak
So
Dwarvish.
Pippi, they came in and were talking about work and just how there's a bunch of their gem cutters didn't show up for work today and they're really frustrated. And they're going to drink their sorrows away.
are they dwarves
yes, we
or
are just leaving.
halflings?
Dwarves.
Do you mind if we take your table from you?
Oh no, go for
Not
it.
in the slightest.
Ugh.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry
Hey,
about the hairs.
Ah, that's fine. I think I've got more hair here than you do over your entire body.
He says, patting his double braided beard.
Pretty close.
I mean,
I
don't
doubt
question
you.
it.
Hello, Pushy.
Hello.
And he will slide into one of the chairs and let out the deepest dad groan.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
sitting down. No, we're leaving. We have to pick up a quest.
Yeah.
Women, try working for a living.
We're gonna go do that right now,
do.
actually.
Probably do.
So long, farewell.
All right. So departing from the sexist dwarf men, you regroup on the street. The rain hasn't let up, and it's about a quarter-mile walk to your next location.
All right.
But
Yay.
shortly enough, unless you're making any stops, you can get there pretty quickly.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
put my
no,
hand
just
on
go straight there.
Kaylin's shoulder so I don't hit any potholes.
Okay.
I'm not good in the dark, friends.
The streets are lit, but it is pretty
Good
dim
to
at this
know.
point in
Yeah. Plus the rain. I mean, I don't want to really. Falling down is not my friend.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. You are going to make your way there, since you're not doing any stop-offs anywhere?
No, this
I
is
have
Alright.
no
right
reason to.
Then pretty quickly the front door will bang open of the pub, and you will hear the sound of a jolly pub. The prize pig is... It's the fantasy equivalent of an Applebee's.
Family restaurant.
Nice.
Home of
More
first dates.
It's like the bar version of the family restaurant. There are some children there, but for the most part, it's a bunch of people getting drunk after work.
Yeah.
Sounds lovely.
You see a lot of people in their nice mid-range masks-produced doublets and dresses, hanging out, drinking watermelon margaritas around the bar.
Ooh.
In the corner, you can hear, "Happy, happy birthday! It's your birthday! Hey, this is your birthday! You were born today!" As people,
such a
Away from
Montana's.
that.
it's the same thing if you're from the States.
Oh my
It's
god.
hurtful to hear such
Oh,
uninspired singing.
uh-huh. You get used to it.
And there's a young halfling girl with bright, curly blonde pigtails jutting out of either side of her skull, who smiles up at you from her striped, almost looks like a referee uniform, but it's the standard outfit here. Hello there. Can I show you to your seat?
Hello.
You could show us to the owner.
Yeah.
I've forgotten who had put the posting up.
It is Salvador
Or-
Cleves.
Yeah.
I will repeat
I
that
like
to her.
his
And
name.
we are
Yeah.
here about the guild contract.
Oh, shh.
From Salvador.
Follow me, please.
Guys. Discretion. That's why I asked for the owner. I didn't say anything else.
Yes, a table for 4 in the back. I can
Yes.
do that. Please
There you go. I see watermelon. Can I get whatever the watermelon thing is?
Absolutely. I'll
yeah.
make it to go.
You're glorious.
Although I
Why
would
are we
remind you
paying
of our
it to
open
go?
container policies on the street.
That's my problem to deal with, not yours, sweetheart.
All right. And she's going to lead you through the throng of people celebrating the end of the working day. And then back around by the kitchen and down a small back hallway that's lined with old aged oak. And there is a very stressed looking man with a kind of a light sandy complexion, with dark curly black hair and deep set eyes, definitely the Rami Malek of the fantasy world, is sitting behind a small desk in the back doing what looks like payroll and scheduling. As you're approaching, can I get a perception roll off of everyone?
Ooh, 9.
So no.
No.
18.
21.
I'm lucky I don't fall down the goddamn stairs.
And
Fine. All right, so Sophia and Pippi, you don't really get terribly much off of him aside from the back office smelling distinctly of cherry spiced pipe tobacco.
How did you
can-
know?
He seems to be a pretty habitual smoker. And as you approach, you can see that he actually is just stuffing some of the loose tobacco into the edge of a long gilded pipe. However, Lucky and Kaelin, as you enter the room, you are going to notice that he's a fairly handsome man, a little too thin, like he's starting to show too much of his cheek hollows, and he looks like he hasn't slept in several days. You'll also see that his hair looks like it has the residue of some pomade or some hair wax or clay in it, but it looks like it's from a couple of days ago. Like he hasn't showered it off, and it's kind of got that oily sheen to it, and is all slightly pushed in one direction like a pillow. May have pushed it. Like he hasn't showered or slept, perhaps, or if he's slept, he hasn't showered. His clothes look additionally extra wrinkled, and more than that, he's wearing a lace-up shirt with kind of like a mandarin collar. And under the edge of the collar, both of you can see that his neckline is riveted with purple marks that look like they were gifts from a friend. He appears exhausted and slightly jittery as you approach.
So too much coffee will do to you.
Hello.
Hello. Sabby, who are these people? They're here from the posting. You're all dishwashers? The other posting?
No.
The guild.
Please come in and shut the door.
Okay.
Tiny basement, one tall man. This ought to be good.
Yep. Well, it's a back room, so it's big enough for you all to squeeze in and shut the door, and that's about it. Thankfully, one of you is a gnome.
Yeah.
Watch
This
my
is
tail.
going to be good. If you need my shoulder, you are welcome. But fair warning, you're about half my height. That could get your head on the ceiling.
So,
That's
as
okay.
you come inside, the music from the tavern vanishes, and you find yourself just in the quiet, smoky office. You're here because of the posting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So the other night, I was down in my cellar, and I was doing some stalking, and I seem to have lost a family heirloom. It's a medallion, it looks like two hands clutching a heart made of ruby. I think I dropped it behind one of the shelves downstairs, and I think some of the rats may have gotten it and taken it into some of the old tunnels that this part of town's built on. If you can
That explains the
retrieve it,
discretion. Rat problem in a tavern.
that's why I'm
As
willing
always.
to pay upwards of 50 gold for this.
Alrighty.
You'll obviously be allowed to keep whatever you find in the tunnels. I don't
enjoy.
want to know.
No, of
Okay.
course not. That's not what you need to know.
I can also, once you get back, I will sneak you out the back door for when you leave. I don't really want anyone smelling like the drainage sewers or the literal sewers, depending on what those
no.
tunnels lead to.
I'm so glad we have a
Agreed.
house now, guys. Oh man.
Is this
Somewhere to shower
acceptable?
after it's over. Oh yeah. I've killed rats before. We can do that.
I've killed many rats.
I bet you
Actually,
have.
I'm feeling pretty comforted that you have a tabaxi with you.
Yes.
You're
Uniquely qualified.
You are observant.
All right.
I try to be.
I'd hug her, but she hugs Claus first.
Does it seem at all like he's kept any information back or glossed over something that we should know?
Why don't you go ahead and make an insight roll?
18.
18. The way that, let me just give him a roll real quick. A 3. Okay.
Ooh, this guy can't lie.
Good.
The way that he kind of stuttered and stammered around talking about what he was doing down there the other night, you know for certain, having seen his collar line, he was not down in the
Wasn't
basement
moving
stalking. He
And
was
it was
likely,
the basement here, wasn't
it was
it?
the cellar here, and he was likely down there having a tryst
With one of the waitresses, probably.
or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Does he look like
And,
he's probably married?
He is not. He's
Okay.
definitely not married. Has no visible markings of marriage anyway. No tattoos, no rings, anything like that.
All right. I mean, no real judgment unless he forced her.
No.
I get
Alright.
it. Haven't you all been there at some point? I mean, whatever. Let's go kill some rats.
Okay.
All right. So, and what's your band's name?
The Flying Jackals.
Flying jackals.
Okay, and he'll scribble that down.
Flying jack.
All right. You have the contract.
Thank you. Do you need to see our paperwork at all?
No, just
All right.
as you say your name, the Flying Jackals, you actually will see that in this circumstance, your marks will illuminate,
Yeah.
Feel a twitch.
Yeah.
and he'll.
It's
he'll
It's gonna
look
take
down.
getting used to.
All right. Please, this way. It leads you into the hallway.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, right now.
Um,
Let's go
yeah.
kill some rats.
With a set of iron keys, he will unlock a door in the middle of the hallway. And descending down a guardrail-less wooden stairwell, halfway down it actually will become solid stone slabs that have been carved into the foundation of this building. And you find yourself in a 20 by 20 storm cellar. There are a number of shelves lining all of the walls, all sorts of casks and various provisions and bags of flour, things like that, all elevated to heights where rats can't really reach them. And he will guide you to one corner of it, which is mostly stocked with bottles of olive oil and onions and other perishables like that. The old tunnel system is just behind the shelf. Please don't break anything. And just knock on the door when you're ready to come back.
Okay.
Well, so just behind this shelf, you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I have a question
Why-
for you, Mr. Guy.
Yeah.
Following this, as a favor, could I come back and use the access again?
What?
You heard me.
Mm,
Just a
Why?
question. It's just a question.
This is
Yeah,
Mm,
but
I
sometimes
would-
you need to move quiet, like, right?
That's
Different
true. That's very useful.
I would prefer not.
We can
If you-
negotiate after completion of the job.
If you want to pay
Yeah.
me, maybe? I'm not really
Even
into
though we're doing
illicit.
you a favor?
You're doing me a service for which I am paying you
Mm-hmm.
a year's salary for a waitress.
It's
Mm.
true.
If you wish to hand this back,
Nope.
no.
Not doing that.
Sophia,
Let's just go.
zip
Let's
it.
go.
Zip it.
all right.
See you soon.
And with
into
that,
the
he will
tunnel.
leave you in the cellar. And you can actually see that as he's walking up the stairs, he's taking after that comment, he's making quick measurement of all of the items of value in this basement as he's walking back out.
I would always think I'm going to steal from them.
Because you seem.
You openly talked about illicit doings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not theft. Murder isn't theft.
This is true.
Still sounds illicit.
Is it? If he knows you're doing it?
That's true.
Yes, it is.
It's a
because
two-way street.
he doesn't want to be in on the law.
Yeah.
This
And
is
it's
why
aiding
I
and
don't
abetting.
like-
Ugh. People and their law-abiding ways.
Well,
It
let's just go
helps.
in and get this over with.
Yep.
Let's
Kill some
rats.
All right.
Yes,
Is anybody
let's
looking
go.
around this basement area, or are you just trying to clear the shelf and look behind it?
Let's go.
I'd like to run an investigation check
Sure. Go ahead.
for
and make
any
me an
evidence of activity that is not hanky-panky.
Sure. Well, you don't know about the hanky panky, so
Oh dear.
so
Oh, that's gonna
Ye-
be like a hella no.
Yeah, and just
What'd you get?
take a quick peek around to see that
14?
it's not actually in the basement.
sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Would you get 14?
I got 14.
14's not bad. You're level 1. So looking around the basement, what you can see is that there actually is a broken bottle of olive oil that looks like it fell off the shelf. You can also see that there are bits of blonde hair laying in like quite a few
Yeah.
just like scattered blonde hairs everywhere. And as you are moving around the shelf, you can actually see that there appears to be a garment laying on the ground behind one of the casks of ale.
It's not the medallion, so
None
of our
but it
business.
looks like it's silk.
yeah, it's probably
Just
somebody's
normal
knickers.
tavern fare. Fine. Go to the disgusting sewers, kill some fucking rats, murmur. I'm gonna grumble all the way to wherever it is we're getting to.
That's fine.
All right.
I have
so
someone
is
to grumble to around my neck.
Go.
I'm sleeping.
No, you're not, you liar.
All right.
Well, I think otherwise we'll just have a go at clearing that shelf and getting down there. And I have a quick housekeeping question.
yes,
yes.
of course.
I was just looking at my spells and realized that one of them that I've picked has a reagent of a 50 gold P diamond.
Which
It's a
spell
first
is
level
that?
frickin' spell.
That seems like a bit much.
Whoa.
What spell is that?
Chromatic orb.
Oh.
Ooh.
Which
Does it consume the gem after, or is it you use it every time?
it
It's
just
consumed.
says it's a component that you
Components of spells are consumed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check that real quick because that is ridiculous for
Very
a level
high.
1 spell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
need. Yeah. And I mean, the reason I took that is because I could pick the damage type. So it'll work with my draconic bloodline later of
Right.
using the right damage type that passes DR.
Mhm.
Because it's one of the only things you can do that does poison damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or
kind
acid,
of
I think it was.
you
Make
are
more
poison
sense to have,
damage.
say, a piece of.
No,
like,
I'm
sea
acid
glass
is
or
black.
something.
Oh, you're black. I thought you were green for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just pulling it up right now, but the internet's being slow because I'm streaming and telechatting at the same time. So, and do you have the PHB in your room?
Yeah.
Because you and I are in the
That's why
same
I'm
building.
looking at it.
Cost of greatness, 50 gold pieces.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
That's
some
more
of these
money
are
than I've got.
really-
Yeah, so
'cause it just seemed like a really good first level spell, but it's a lot.
I'm
I
gonna
use
say
sea
that your
glass.
first time's free.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
we'll work it out after this, but
Okay.
I'll say that usually I don't require people use components under 100 gold.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But that one will add up fast. So let's
Mhm.
just
I only have 2 spell slots, so at this moment I'm not going to be using spells all that often, but
I'll say that don't worry about it right now.
okay.
Mhm.
So I would rather
I just wanted to check on that before I went to use it.
basically I only think
Fair
that
enough.
spell components and their costs tend to matter when they have things like resurrection or
Yeah.
like
Wish.
when they're wish definitely. And the side effects of wish are bad enough. That's they will soon see in generic fantasy setting number 17735.
Oh, they're gonna have so much fun.
Spoilers. All right. So don't worry about that right now.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Thanks for asking. Now with that, you'll be able to clear off the shelves, and behind it you can see that there is a small iron door built into the stone on the side of this room. The door is about 2 feet tall, more of a hatch than anything, and is very heavily barred, not only with a padlock, but also with a pair of thick reinforced bolts that run
Wow.
in. However, the bolts do not connect entirely, and that there is a gap about the size of a softball that has slowly been eroded by water over the generations that this inn has stood.
Yeah.
It looks perfectly sized for a rat to have squeezed through, although anything larger would have definite difficulties, even
Mhm.
a cat. Well, I guess a cat could probably fit. Depends on the cat.
Not this one.
But the sliding bolts are on your side, and the lock has been unlocked.
Oh, and sorry, somebody has actually just resolved our question in the chat.
Oh, good.
Spells that consume the item actually say that they consume it.
That's what I was wondering
Oh,
about.
The Grey's Dead, which
Mhm.
consumes a 500 gold piece worth of diamond.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And it does specifically say so. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
caffeine
caffeine
system.
system.
Yes.
Thanks.
Here, you
That's
know what?
I
I'm
was
gonna raise my
wondering about.
coffee
I
to
wasn't
you.
sure.
Caffeine system to you.
Mazel
My energy
tov.
drink.
I have water.
So I guess on
So,
that
yeah.
note, can we just say I already have one?
You already have one, so that is part of your student. That's your student debt right there.
That's part of my gear.
Makes sense.
All right. Peely could be in episode 2. Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
I like
So-
Peely. I
Thank
like
you
his
for
mom
reminding-
more.
Pioletta?
Yeah, she's fantastic.
All right.
And they make a lot of pilaf.
Oh, yes.
All right. And with that, do you slide the bolts that lead into the undersewer?
Yes.
All right. How are you guys doing? Do you need to take a break? We're at an hour and a half right now.
I need a moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
a quick
could-
break
So,
would be good.
guys, we'll be
Quick
right
break?
back. We're just going to take a quick bathroom break, but we will be back shortly. Hi, everybody. We're back from our little break. Thank you so much for being patient with us. We had to do a couple of rules things because it's a new game. And some of us don't play D&D very often. Cal, I'm really happy to have you on.
Some of us
I
haven't
know this
played
is like-
D&D since it was AD&D.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So now the math makes more sense now. And we don't have Thaco.
Thank God.
Okay.
I'm
I'm here.
getting over
And-
this.
Pippi, what is Pippi's armor class? Just so I have it for my notes.
That's a good question. You know, I didn't actually write it down.
Do you have leather or studded leather armor?
I have leather. Just leather armor.
So
11
Sophia,
plus dex.
11 plus dex. What's your dex mod?
My dex
my-
mod is 2 plus 2.
There you go.
Plus 2. So you have an AC of 13.
Welcome to the 13
Awesome.
club.
Yay, lucky 13.
And my pen's not working. Hold on.
That's
There
all
we go.
of us.
I am
Just
writing it
about.
down too.
Okay, I need to.
Okay, so
Not me.
You're the tank. You have to be in front, obviously.
No.
Yeah,
It's
how
weird
did the
because I'm the
wizard have-
sorceress.
Exactly.
I
Oh,
have the
so
best
good.
AC and I'm the sorceress.
Oh, this is so good.
It's weird.
It's pretty
What
funny.
is it, right?
okay.
Want to hit them with my swords.
Guys, just give me 1 sec. I'm just going to close a couple of things because at any time we're near the 2-hour mark in a stream, it starts to chug a little doing the multi-program.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Legit.
So I'm just going to see if there's anything I can kill besides OBS. And you guys.
Oh.
Aw, we love not
Short-
being dead. It's hard to pay a
Shortest
mortgage when you do
campaign
that.
ever.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Frog's
No,
my
I
party
just-
time.
I forgot I have
This
a.
is not a one shot.
I forgot I have a pet mouse according to my urchin background.
Oh,
It's
Wow.
so
right.
cute.
I
How
remember.
Needs a
dangerous is
name.
that?
It's incredibly funny.
That sounds kind of
Mm.
cruel. That poor
Yeah,
mouse
it's like
is must be just like petrified. Got a cat holding onto
Okay.
it.
No, she's
It doesn't know
Garfield.
any better.
You know, well, it's a portable snack.
Maybe
I-
it's a different mouse constantly on rotation.
Yeah, you don't get a good look at it ever, I'm sure.
No.
Okay, let me just. Oh, come on, Steam, stop moving.
Okay.
The Steam client bootstrapper keeps jumping up and down my.
Oh no.
Mm.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, I
Believe
got
in
it.
you.
Okay, that's not a. Oh,
And
don't have an option for a
come
mouse.
on,
That's what I need.
get my VPN.
That's a
not
bat.
Nope, that's Task Manager. No, come on, VPN. Where are you?
I guess
There
a
we go.
bunny is the closest thing I've got here in terms of things to pick from.
Okay, there we go. All right, welcome back to Dork Tales. Thank you for our patience while we were on our break. So, you move aside the bolts that are holding that small hatchway. Who goes first into the darkened tunnel ahead of you? And do
Me.
any of you have a light source?
I have dark vision.
I
Okay.
also have dark vision.
Same.
I'm gonna have to dig in my pack for a light.
Okay.
I have
There's
a lamp.
also a lantern in the basement that you could take as well.
I would like to take the
Grab
lantern
it.
from the basement, please.
Because
So much easier.
All right.
Being human
Right.
is the worst. I would never advise being one. I didn't get a choice. I was born this way.
Yeah, it seems very unfortunate.
I
No,
know,
it's a
it's
choice.
the worst. No, it's not. Ugh.
There's
I'm gonna
magic, you know.
Make a pun at the whole "Born This Way" song.
I was totally getting that.
Thank
Mm.
you.
In my head.
Oh, I guess I only need 1d10, hey?
I have a funny story about Lady Gaga in concert that when I saw her in concert, but let's not.
No
not-
derailing.
That's
Yeah,
for
that's your
us
job.
to do.
Okay.
And yeah,
Ooh.
caffeine system.
Caffeine system.
They
is
are
pretty
quite
great.
squishy.
We
I'm
are very
not.
squish.
They are.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be directly behind Lucky in that case. I think
Nice.
we're the two melee fighters. I think so.
Eh.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the rear.
That's a good call.
All right. So who said they were going first?
I did. Lucky will.
Lucky's going first.
Crawling into the room ahead of you, you can see that the ground is made of old, water-worn stone. Carved granite blocks that make up this drainage system. The room ahead of you is 15 by 15 feet. And directly in front of you is an old, rusted door, the color of... it's hard to tell with your dark vision until Sophia comes in with her lantern, and you'll see that the entire door has rusted to a shade of almost copper. To your right is just a blank wall, and to your left is an open corridor, and there's a bit of a glow coming from that room, actually.
Well, that's where we're going.
I will investigate it.
I was going to say, can I perception check for this type of source of light?
Absolutely. You can start heading that direction. Now, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The room to your left is fairly large, actually. It's larger than the basement you were just in. It's about 40 feet wide by 40 feet wide. It looks like it... Looking around,
Kind of
and
odd.
it looks like it may have been an old storage room back before the inn was built, perhaps maybe 200 years ago. There's a lot of cobwebs clinging to the ceiling, and you can see that there's a low level of smoke rolling out of the room.
Smoke? Like, what does it smell like?
That's not
Is it...
ominous at all. That's the girl with the best nose.
Can I get everyone to make me a perception roll?
I actually don't know if I have the best.
I don't know, man.
Well, my perception's pretty okay.
Or if you look around,
Until I roll a 2.
investigation rolls are
6.
fine. 6. Kaylin, what'd you get?
19.
That was awful.
Okay.
I think that dice is fired.
My investigation gives me
I'm
a
out
6.
corner.
All right.
Yeah, new
And
dice.
Pippi.
These are being retired.
Uh-huh. Feeling that.
12. Not great.
12. So, Kaylin, you will get the entire picture here. As you look around the room, you'll see this expansive room is covered with detritus and debris. There's broken bottles and discarded newspapers lining the floor here. But what draws everyone's attention is the slight orange glow emanating from an old steel drum barrel. That is to say, not like a snare drum, in the center of the room. It looks like it was being used as a heat source not that long ago. And little bits of black smoke are still rolling up out of it. And you can see that the ceiling actually has smoke clinging to the stone that is slowly being siphoned through a series of small vents at the back north side, furthest from which you entered. This room has a second hallway leading off of it. So you say it's about like this. You entered here. On the same wall that you entered, 15 feet down, appears there's another door that leads off. It is open, and in fact has long since rotted off its frame. Now, the barrel in front of you, do you approach it or some of the debris along the back wall? Those are the most noteworthy features. Kaylin, you will notice that there is something along the back wall with among the piles of rubble.
I will slowly approach, kind of being careful and having a look at it before I get too close.
Okay. You will see that there is a small person curled up on the floor in the fetal position in the back corner. It's either a child or one of the small races. It's not moving.
You good,
I'll
Kaylin?
call to them.
Is anyone approaching the burning bin?
Yeah, I'm going to the barrel.
Okay. As you approach it, you can see that the embers at the bottom, the coals are still glowing slightly, giving off a bit of light. But around the bin, you can see that there are traces of blood and hair.
Ooh, this is not
And
good.
the room smells slightly of burnt hair when you're around the barrel.
Ooh.
Kaylin, as you are standing over there, who approaches where Kaylin has called them?
Lucky will.
Okay.
That makes a
Can
party
I-
of 3.
All right. Laying on the floor is a halfling who appears to have been gnawed to death. His throat has huge chunks of flesh missing, and it appears that he died some time ago, his flesh having been sustenance for rats and other rodents and creatures of this area. In his arms, he appears to be clutching something in one of his hands.
I will try
Are you
and
sure?
see.
Because
Yeah,
I definitely
look at it.
can. If you are not comfortable.
All right, do you open it
Very
up,
well.
Kaylin?
Yeah.
In his
Okay.
hand, he is holding a small golden piece from the game's Queen's Cross. It's the figure of the Queen herself.
What have you got there?
He was holding a game piece.
Hmm?
It appears to be made of real gold, although fairly cheap.
It's weird.
Is anyone else looking around?
Yeah, Lucky'll shift and start looking around the room and.
Make me an investigation roll.
5.
5?
Yep.
Remember, you have inspiration.
I do. I have a -2 on all intelligence rolls.
Okay.
Yep.
So looking around
Lucky's
the
not
area.
smart.
Okay. What are Pippi and Sophia doing? Sophia.
Well, now that I've looked in the barrel, I'm coming over to tell
I'd
everybody.
like to kneel on the ground, put down the lantern near the body. I'm actually going to touch his face.
Okay.
To try to discern how he actually died, not rat wounds,
Okay.
actual cause of death. Be that
Make me.
starvation or a
Let's
throat
make
slit.
an investigation roll or a medicine roll.
I don't like investigation.
Is it medicine or
Was the
heal
game
with that?
Queen's Cross?
Woo!
Queen's
is-
Cross.
Hello, 23.
23. Was that a nat 20?
I'm good at this. That was not a 20, it was a 19.
Nice. You can see that although the damage to his torso is fairly significant, it looks like a strong stab to the sweet spot between his ribs at the back. Punctured his
backstab.
lungs and his heart.
Whew. Just so everyone around me is aware, foul play.
Ooh.
Backstabbing levels of foul play. I mean, maybe that's not common in the extremely destitute, but seriously, foul play.
Yeah, and there's body parts and blood and hair in the barrel. That's why it smells so bad.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Is
Ooh.
butchering halflings.
May I make a history
This is
check
not good.
to know of any illicit activity in the vicinity of this district that may be related to disposing of bodies?
What I'd like you to do for that is, you can make me a history roll for that.
I've been involved with these people enough, right? That is a 17.
There's a number of things that are happening in this area. I mean, potentially he could have owed some money to some money lenders who got fed up with him and decided
Yep.
he wasn't worth waiting for. You get the sense, though, that this area down here looks like it's a good place for smugglers.
Okay.
You think that maybe this was competitive turf, or maybe someone was running something of particularly sensitive nature.
Okay. I'd like to share with the party. Definitely foul play. I'm not going to elaborate.
Pippi, are you doing anything? Looking around or doing anything?
Yeah, looking around to see if I can
Cool.
see anything.
Give me one final investigation roll from you.
Okay.
That's not the right
14.
utensil.
14?
14.
As you're checking around the area, you're actually going to notice that at the back of the room, there appears to be something underneath a bunch of the newspaper, looking like it was purposely hidden.
Hidden? Well, I'm going there and to look at it.
You will see that there is a long metal strongbox simple latch.
Well, that's curious. Okay.
It's about... it's a locker long enough to basically hide a... I'm trying to think. It's about the size of a log, to be honest.
It's bigger than a bread box.
It is the size of 2 bread boxes end to end.
Oh.
And it is covered in detritus and kind of shoved to a place where the floor is recessed from water damage. It's actually
definitely interesting.
partially submerged in water.
Okay.
Do you pull it out?
Yeah, I'll heft it out.
If you need a hand with locks,
Yes,
I'm very reasonably okay at that.
As you lift it out, you'll actually hear that something glass is inside of it. Something heavy. The entire thing weighs about 15 pounds.
Oof. It's heavy. Come on.
And as you pick it up, it will start draining water out of the rusted corners of the strongbox.
Oh, that one's gonna be fun to get my hands dirty on.
Soaked. Yeah.
Does anybody have thieves' tools?
I don't have any, but
Do you?
I do.
Okay. Did you take proficiency in them?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and give me that proficiency, the sleight of hand with, the...
22.
22.
Nice.
You know what? Very, very easily, you're going to be able to crack that open and easily break inside. Can I get you to do me a favor, though?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a Constitution save?
Oh dear, that might be tragic. Ooh, that might be really tragic. 11.
I believe in you.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
tragic.
Was that enough?
Bad as it sounds. Oh boy.
Believe in her.
I'm gonna die, guys.
No, you're not. I believe in you.
Okay.
Someone needs to. Oh man, my risk-taking ways have backfired already.
All right. So as you pop it open, a foul stench rolls out of this.
Lovely.
As some of this, it looks like it had been sitting in some of the sewage drainage water, but will quickly be able to be poured out. Inside, you'll actually see that there were 3 large wine bottles, 2 of which have survived, 1 of which is shattered from impact. And inside, you will see that still stoppered and still sealed with wax, the labels only slightly eroded from the water, are 2 bottles from the Grapes of Glory winery, both of which are white grapes, or white wines, I should say. And how many of you are alcoholics?
No, wouldn't say alcoholic.
Shockingly, none of.
Okay. You do know that this is a
are
very
we-
high-end wine,
Mhm.
Okay.
and that
These
if
are
cleaned
So
off,
I would say I am a connoisseur of wine.
this is
These are worth
basically you're
taking.
looking at a $200 bottle of wine in real life.
Good lord.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
Hide those
You
again.
actually-
We're taking those on our way out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed.
Mhm.
So
I guess
you
I'll
would
put
say
that on my
these,
list of things.
these normally
Yes.
sell for 10 to 15 gold pieces, depending on the restaurant.
Oh, worth it.
So that was again Golden Grapes Vineyard.
Grapes of Glory.
Grapes of Glory.
Grapes of Glory.
It's a winery owned by the Selez family. It's quite lucrative. All right, and with that, that's what you gather from this room. Now, Lucky, while they're looking around, what are you doing?
She's not smart, so her investigation ain't good, but she's still looking around a bunch.
She's
Okay.
so
Are you staying in this
You're
room, or are you
curious.
continuing?
She's gonna continue.
Continue onward. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause she sure didn't notice that they'd all stopped as long as they did.
Okay.
I love her so
Casting.
much.
Now, as you are walking over to the next room,
She's also being stealthy.
okay.
She's being very stealthy.
What'd you get?
That's
That would be a 24.
20. Oh, damn.
So they
So
didn't even
you're
notice she
being-
left.
The chat says that they love Lucky and all 2 of her brain cells.
Can you give them back so that my score is not negative?
Yeah, she needs those
So-
brain cells back.
Please.
Lucky, as you slink along, you will start to head toward that other room with the rotted door. And as you do, you will hear a slight coming back from the entranceway to the basement. I don't think any of you bothered to latch the entrance or to pull shut the hatchway as you came in.
No.
No, we didn't.
You feel that might be a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
Just gonna go take a look at the door and see if someone's come in.
Okay. No, it doesn't appear that it did. It appeared that maybe it was just a little bit of draft pressure. There are vents, so there is air thoroughfare through here. But as you are approaching, you'll recognize that there are not only some rat droppings through this room, but there's a little bit of scraping along the floor. You think that someone's been in here fairly recently, and not... In fact, it looks like there are scraping marks and a little couple of drops of dried blood that are dripping from the location of the room with the halfling.
Ooh.
But they don't look like they're headed toward the hatchway.
That's bizarre.
Would you like to make an investigation roll?
Yeah.
All right.
My -2. It's a 7. No.
It's a 7.
Yeah.
What's that with perception then?
If it's a perception roll,
It's perception this time.
it's a 14.
Thank God. As you are standing there, you will smell mildew and rot. And you'll notice that bits of this blood seem to be dribbling toward the wall opposite the halfling room. The wall that has no door on it. All the others have doors. Perhaps you should call one of your friends to help you find if there's any trace of something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
What do you call back? Or do you sneak back?
I mean, she'll go back because she doesn't want to alert anyone.
Okay.
So she will tap. Which of you seems the smartest to her? Hold on. Pippi. She taps Pippi on the shoulder.
Yes? What is it?
I think you should check this out.
Okay. I'll follow her. Go see what she was looking at.
Make me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Regardless of whether this is actually the person who is the most investigating. That was not the point.
Okay. Not great. 12.
12?
Yeah.
You know what? Do it with advantage because you do have someone guiding you to what you're supposed to look at.
Okay.
true.
So 13?
13, all right. As you're feeling around, you'll notice that the wall here is not completely flush. There's a portion of the old... this wall is actually brick. And some of the bricks don't align in quite a sizable pattern of about 3 feet tall, about your height actually. It looks like these bricks are not flush.
So they're sticking out from the wall?
They're actually going in about half an inch.
Okay.
In a large square, roughly 3 feet tall and 2 feet wide.
So kind of doorway shaped.
Seems so, yeah. In fact, they're on a slight angle.
Okay, can I feel any draft around them?
You don't feel the draft, but do you put your hands on it?
I'm gonna put my hands near.
You'll definitely smell something kind of emanating, wafting out of that wall.
What does
Do I smell it as
like?
well?
Yeah.
It's that mildewy smell that I was mentioned to you earlier, actually.
Ooh, I didn't like that smell.
Our cat is
There's
looking at
Twitch.
you, smelling something too.
Fur bristles. Let me just... How tall is the ceiling here?
In here, it's
The
about
whole
7
ceiling?
feet tall.
Oh, okay. So...
Oh, this looks like a doorway. Looks like this is gonna push in.
Or, what's that word? The alcove, maybe. Is there a? She's gonna start feeling along the edge with her claws to try and see if she finds anything.
Well, now that Pippi has pointed it out, you can actually feel that there is that discrepancy in the brickwork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can feel that it's gonna go in.
Do you push any weight on your hands?
Yeah.
The bricks will start to grind slightly and push inward. They grind en masse.
Do we hear that?
Yeah, how loud is this?
It's very slight, but given how quiet it is down here, over where you're investigating the halfling body, you will see that they have found something in the main room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
dear.
return?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll head back.
Entrance room, I should say.
Mhm.
Following them into the entrance room, you can see that they're pushing on a portion of brick wall that has some give to it.
This might be a
dear.
door.
No, it's definitely a door.
Yeah, it's going somewhere.
Ooh.
I want to know where.
Yeah, I know, but we have to be careful. So you have to be sneaky. Sneaky.
Proceed
I'm always
with
sneaky.
caution.
Yeah.
Please.
Careful, sneaky.
All right. Do you push?
Yeah, we're pushing the door.
As you push, there's a slight grinding as the wall shifts and moves inward.
Listen.
And it pivots. There's an internal hinge that you can't see, but the wall opens to a full 90-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
You're staring at a room roughly the size of the room you found the halfling in, the 40 by 40. But this room is... The first thing you'll actually notice coming out of here is the wafting of decaying matter, trash, and the piles and piles of carcasses in this room, stripped down to sinew and bone. And most of the bones that you see are birds, lizards, and then piles of bug shells. It looks like the bones have been cracked open and the marrow has been sucked out of them.
Yeah.
The room is covered in an incredible amount of debris, but on the far wall, you can see that there is a haphazard mattress pressed against it. It looks like someone's been using this as a sleeping area. Does anyone enter?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's being stealthy about it as much as
Of
you
course, of
can,
course.
considering.
Stealthy, sneaky.
Well, I rolled a 3, so
Oh dear.
Not as stealthy as we'd like.
yeah, it's a 9. She has plus 6 to
Okay.
stealth.
Okay.
All right. So. All right. Moving through the room, you will see just as you approach the mattress that there's a sudden noise as the newspapers and bones begin to crinkle and shift, and a horde of rats surges out toward you. I would like an initiative roll.
Yay!
Crap.
Oh, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Well, I rolled a 5,
Oh dear, honey.
but it's going to be a 9. I'm retiring those dice
Alright.
too.
Can I get a roll off of everyone, please?
Just let me know when you're ready.
The initiative or something else?
Initiative, please. All right.
Yeah,
Anybody have
that's
above
fine.
20?
I have exactly 20.
Well, that's what I get for writing my own stat down. What did you get, Christine?
22.
Okay. What'd you get, Cal?
10.
Okay. And what did Lucky get?
That was a 9.
Not very lucky today.
All
Nope.
right. So
That's why you call her sixpence half the
the
time.
swarm of rats peels out. It's about 20 rats all squirming over each other with a feral froth to their jaws, and they hungrily will lash out, but they were not able to go through the debris without alerting you to their presence, so they don't get a surprise round.
Good.
Kaylin, what do you do?
Is this a swarm?
It is a swarm of rats.
I am going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Ooh, I love you. Fire good.
Let me just read what I need to do with this one.
So
Range
Firebolt does require an attack roll,
Yeah, I'm just reading it.
which your charisma is an 18.
No, my charisma's a 19.
Okay, so you have to roll very, very low on your dice to hit these guys.
I rolled very, very high.
Would you roll?
So I got 24 to hit.
That is a hit for sure. I would like you to go ahead and roll me damage.
That is a full 10.
Holy crap. Your firebolt lashes out across the room, throwing it into sharp relief as half of the rats in the swarm catch fire and shriek, falling to the ground with a just...
I did ask for rats.
I'll be
I
still in
like
the other room, and I'll just be crouching down to see through this door and go...
Okay, that sounds good. For the future, remind me for doing this, because depending on how far away, you may have disadvantage from doing that. But this time, it's fine.
My
not
range is
used to
120 feet.
It's because you have partial cover if you're not like leaning in to do it. But
Yeah,
I'm just letting you know because you said you normally don't play range, so it is a factor.
yeah.
It's actually range is the only factor. Cover is the only time in this game where you do get like a +2, -2 on anything.
Okay.
It gets weird. Grace, what
hi.
does Sophia do?
Can I see the rats?
You
I mean,
absolutely
following
can.
that fireball, probably, definitely.
They are illuminated. In fact, several of them are on fire.
Neat. I'd like to cast Toll the Dead,
Okay.
which requires a Wisdom save.
Okay, these rats are not very wise. Does a 9 work?
No.
Okay.
Okay, seeing as they've already taken damage this turn, I get to roll a d12 instead of a d8 for damage,
Okay.
which is only a 3. But
Okay, so
still,
you're using Eldritch Blast.
negative. Toll of the Dead.
Oh, I've not heard of this one. So, do you add your charisma to the damage on this?
Negative.
All right. So, reaching down into your supernal, or your supernatural connection to Blackbrand, what does this do visually?
Toll of the Dead is a sound. You point at your foe. That's where the Wisdom save comes in, and then the walls give a little bit of a rattle as a bell tolls once.
All right, and they take an additional 3 damage.
And it is force damage. Yes. Nope. Necrotic. I lied. Sorry.
All right, so some of them will actually, one of the rats will run toward Lucky, and as it opens its mouth, you will see the flesh of its mouth begin to rot away as it becomes skeletal and collapses to the ground. Through its ribs, you see its still beating heart beat its final breath before rotting away as well.
Oh, you're good at this. I love it.
It's like I'm a writer.
Yeah.
All right, Lucky. That is an absolute hit for sure. I got a 19.
Yep.
So, swarm of rats, they are going to bite you.
No.
And... okay,
Don't like
that
this.
is going to be 1 point of damage.
Yay!
That was not that bad.
No, they normally get 2d6 unless there are less than half of them remaining, in which case it goes down to 1d6. My initial roll was 9. So, and then I was like, oh wait, they are only half as good. So they come up and one of them sinks its fangs into the side of your boot. You feel it puncture through the leather. And it is now Pippi's turn. Pippi, what do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna just start swashing at them with the rapier because
All right, rushing up, go
thunderclap and
ahead.
prestidigitation are not helpful here. So I'm just
Alright.
gonna, So I'm just gonna take a big old swipe at them.
Okay, so for this you can use your dexterity or your strength.
I'm gonna use my dex. because my
Okay,
dex is
so
14.
it's your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity plus your dice roll. So what is it?
It is 16, 18.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
You don't even have to finish your math there.
Nah.
All right, so go ahead and roll me damage, which is going to be a what
A
weapon is this?
D8. Rapier.
D8.
So this is going to be a D8.
And you'll add your
D8.
dexterity to the damage.
Yep.
I really love what they did with Fifth Ed and damage.
Mm-hmm. So much
4.
easier.
4?
4.
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Better
Better
so,
than nothing. Welcome to the
Yep.
low hitting club.
All right. So you rush forward, and you're actually finding it quite hard to gain purchase on a single rat. So your rapier is going to slash out, and you'll come up with 2 of them skewered on the edge of your sword. But it's hard to fight a swarm with a weapon.
Yeah.
Now it
Yeah.
is Lucky's
Rat on a
turn.
stick.
Lucky.
25
Yeah.
cents.
Lucky gonna claw.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the best
I think so.
thing.
We're gonna
Claw
go.
and nom?
I mean, honestly,
She doesn't have a bite attack, unfortunately. No.
Aw.
you don't want these things in your mouth.
I don't want them in my
Don't
mouth.
you?
Now, can I? It treats as a natural weapon, like 1 claw. Basically, they treat it as like a dagger, kinda. I got 2
Yes.
claws. Can I use my second one as an offhand?
I don't believe
Without-
so.
As a bonus action, you can't do that because I can use axes instead and do that. And
I
use 2.
guess
You can
guess
as a
you-
bonus action.
you can as a bonus action, but
yeah,
it
it would
doesn't
just
get
count
your,
as-
your strength or dex.
No,
Yeah.
it just gets the regular. Yeah.
Just the
Then go
dice.
ahead. You can go
Ability.
claw.
You don't do ability modified damage at the bonus action unless it's my first one. Yeah. Okay. Woo. So one of them. So first hit. My. But to the attack, I still do, just not to the damage.
Yes.
Okay. And I believe I get. Shoot! I just had it in front of me. One sec.
You have pretty good stats, so I think this is going to be a hit.
Yeah, I believe I get. So one of them is going to be like a 24 or 22.
Yep, that's a
sorry,
hit.
22 rather. And the other one I believe is going to be a 15.
That's a hit. Roll me damage twice.
2 hits. And these should be D4s.
Okay, so D4, and you're using your strength or your dex for this.
They should be using my dex. I think.
Yep. Confirm.
I mean, you can use your strength if you
no,
prefer.
this one wants me to use my strength. This one says it specifies strength, so.
Okay.
One of them's gonna be a 6. The other one's gonna be a 2.
6 and 2, so... boom. All right, so you are going to slash and claw through, and by the end of this, out of the 24 or so rats, not dice, not mice, the 24 rats that surge toward you, there are only 3 or 4 remaining. And Kaylin, it's your turn again. There are 3 or 4 rats crawling up Lucky's leg, trying to slash and gnaw at her.
They're on her.
They are on her because they can occupy the same square.
Shit. Okay. Well, I guess I'll cast Chill Touch instead.
Okay. Just don't botch.
Let me just pull that one. Whoa.
I believe in you.
Is it just chilly in here, or is
I
it my
believe
hunch?
in you.
My
Because this is
fur.
one where a ghostly skeletal hand. You make a spell attack and it grabs the thing that you're hitting.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, that is a 21 to hit,
That is absolute, and I think you.
and that's 8
roll-
necrotic damage.
Nice.
One of the rats climbs up and begins to claw its way inside of Lucky's armor, and then suddenly a spectral hand reaches out of the dank mist of this room, plucks it away, and it's necrotic damage.
Yep.
And the rat will suddenly seize up, having a heart attack, as it claws up at the air and falls to the ground limp and dead.
Ears
Right.
flat.
Not a fan.
And
Nope. Tail straight.
the room is suddenly clear again.
Yep. Fur bristling.
The rats lay all dead on the floor, and you appear to be alone.
Oh, thank God. I got as advertised. Definitely killed some rats.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
She's gonna
cantrips.
start licking blood off her claws.
You're so cute. So rabies
want that in
blood
your
is
mouth?
okay, but
don't lick
rabies
that.
rats are not
Yeah.
okay.
Make
She
me a
might pause
perception roll, Lucky.
perception and before she registers what she's doing. I rolled a 2.
Okay, it tastes fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
Okay.
fine.
Fine.
Bleh. Blech.
Blep, blep.
Blech.
That'll
So-
also take getting used to.
So in the corner, you can see that it's not much more than a pile of rags covered with worn animal skins. But that mattress appears to have been used many, many times.
Ooh.
Underneath it, you can see there's a bit of a rotted pallet.
Mhm.
And it looks like that the slats of the pallet have been stuffed with sheets and ripped cotton and feathers to make this makeshift mattress. It stinks of
Everything.
sweat, actually.
Gross.
Does
Yeah.
anyone search the room?
Yeah, let's have a look.
I'm gonna stay out because I don't feel like crawling on my hands and knees through that little
Yeah,
door.
no, that's fair.
It's
Yeah.
a good call. Hallway party. Ugh.
Yes. Yes.
Why is it? Why is
Looking
it that
around.
swarms are so much creepier
Okay.
than? One
Are you willing to touch anything in this room, Pippi?
Use
Do you have
the
gloves?
rapier to just no. I'm gonna use the rapier to kind of just.
I like it.
All right.
things, like-
I would like you to make me an investigation roll with advantage.
Okay. I rolled a natural 20.
Ooh.
Woo! First 20 of the game.
Yeah.
Perhaps fearing that there are other rats hiding in the mattress, you prick the tip
Poke,
of your blade into the skins, and you
poke.
will hear the unmistakable sound of metal striking metal,
Okay. There's something in here.
flipping
Something
the
worth
top
looking.
skins over. You will see
Yep.
that the mattress looks like it's been stuffed with belongings.
Okay. What do we got?
You will see that there is a coin purse there, as well as a vial of some kind.
Hmm.
Do you pick these up?
Oh yes.
Okay. It's a leather pouch made of what looks like kind of a creamy colored doe skin. Inside, you will find much to your enjoyment, 29 gold crowns, 9 silver shillings,
Yes.
and next to it looks like it's a strange vial with a
Okay.
very wide, almost 2-inch wide lip. Inside is a coral colored liquid that flits around almost gaseously around a honeycomb.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Is anybody planning on keeping track of party loot?
That's a good question.
I have a
I
list
am-
started if you would like.
Mhm.
I am writing up, like, as we go. I'm trying to write down what we do and what we
Yeah.
find, like, kind of generically.
Mhm.
So what I could do is keep a running list for the session and then write a page at the end of here's all the stuff we found.
Okay.
Sounds good.
If you want.
Sure.
Makes it so
Okay.
much easier to have one person tracking loot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I will do that for this group then.
Thank you.
What was the fancy brewery?
It was
Grapes of Glory.
Grapes
Yep,
of
Grapes
Glory.
of Glory.
Grapes of Glory.
One
White
moment
wine.
while we're out of character for a second.
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah?
Our quick question.
Yes.
I offset my render because last stream my voice was not matching up with you guys.
Okay.
Right now, am I off sync from you guys? Because you appear to be synced.
I
Uh,
mean, in the stream?
Yeah.
Okay, one sec. I
So
have
I
had
am
it muted,
talking
so.
right now, I am talking.
Mute site.
Me, technical difficulties.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure I got it right because it wasn't working last time, and I
Okay.
tried to fix it.
Okay,
But now I
so
don't
can
know if-
you just be quiet for a
I'm
sec?
just
No, it seems fine.
okay. Good.
Yeah,
Then
you're fine.
then delaying my on my local it seems like I'm off sync for because you guys seem like you're perfect and I'm delayed.
Oh,
But so
yeah.
long as everybody else is fine, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
All right. So back
sorry,
into
how
this.
much were the bottles worth?
15
I
gold.
need to get this straight.
10 to 15? Depends
10 to
on the seller.
15?
So I will never give you a concrete number on sellable items
Mm.
because it depends who you go to.
That's fair.
I don't
I'll give you a rough range though. So, say
And then we found a white doeskin purse.
Yep, 29 gold pieces, 9 silver, and that strange potion with a honeycomb in it.
That'd be worth looking into.
That is that. I love this potion.
What did you find?
Well, we've got some coins and what looks like a potion.
I'm caught up now.
Okay.
You do magic. Lucky you'll turn to Kaylin. What is this?
Any idea?
Arcana roll?
Please. You can see that it has some honeycomb in it, as well as that type of liquid. I mean, it'll
19.
be 19. You're not 100% sure. You'd have to use a detect magic to really investigate this. Which, do you have that as a cantrip?
I think it's level 1 spell.
It is.
Oh, is it? Oh, God, of course it is.
Yeah.
You think that it's some type of divination spell, though.
Okay.
It looks like you're not exactly sure. You think it might be like some type of sight spell, like a true sight or detect secret objects or something like that.
Okay.
It looks like it'd taste quite good, too.
Yummy,
with
yummy,
honeycomb.
yummy. We've got potions in tummy.
Yum.
Well,
This
I'll
was-
add it. I'm guessing I probably have a interesting set of bags that I keep my gear and stuff in, so I'll just add it to one of those. Okay, well, that's yet another thing we found, so we'll have to go through all this when we get back.
Oh, of course.
Anything else in this room?
No, doesn't appear to be.
Okay.
Which
The
you'll
chat says
have
the
to
best way
come
to
back to
find
the
out what
doorway
a
to do
potion
that.
is to drink it.
Absolutely. Lucky agrees entirely.
Sorry,
So
what?
she's
What?
sulking a bit.
All right, so where do you go next?
So far, we're up one corpse.
Yeah.
Down one
of
bad
ones.
guy.
In a room full of rats.
Yeah,
Bad rats.
and a obvious way forward. So
Let's go forward.
Going forward.
forward is good. Are you gonna sneak forward again, Lucky?
You want me to check?
Yep.
Super sneaky.
It's
I'll
much
take a
easier when
look.
you
Careful
find
sneaky.
everything first.
Ooh. All right. And she'll go take a sneak ahead.
All right.
It's gonna be a 19 on stealth.
All right, 19. One moment, please.
Had a girl.
All right, that is not a 19. As you sneak ahead, you will see that you go back into the halfling room and down the secondary corridor. There's a small room, roughly equivalent to the entrance foyer, the entrance room. A 15 by 15 square with a low ceiling of only 6 feet. On your right as you enter is the other side of that rusted door that leads to the main room. But on your left is a old iron and mostly rotted wood frame door. The iron of it is actually bars that form a gate leading to a fairly long hallway corridor. There's a huge, slightly rusty iron lock, like a padlock, holding this door shut. And as you approach, you will see that there is a single solitary rat standing on the far wall next to a hole in the ground that you think probably leads into that secret room. The hole is rat-sized. And as you approach, do you just leave the rat alone? What do you do?
She's gonna try and sneak up on it.
Okay. There's something weird about the way this rat looks. It doesn't have any hair on top of its head.
Ew.
You try to
Sneak
sneak
it.
up on it?
Yeah.
All right, you can easily do so. As you approach, the rat will sniff the air. And I forgot that it has advantage on scent rolls. Actually, no, it doesn't. Never mind. That swarms do, though. It
that makes
scents the
sense.
air.
Yeah.
It's detecting that something is amiss. stands up, and after a brief moment, the room glows slightly
But
with a faint pink aura as you see the core of this rat's skull illuminate, and you can see its brain through its translucent skull. The top of its head appears to be nothing but brain matter or translucent skull. And it's emanating a 15-foot dim glow.
She's gonna go back to the others and try and explain that.
All right.
So it's a glowing rat.
No, its brain is glowing.
The brain is glowing.
The brain is glowing.
Oh.
So it's a glowing rat.
No.
Have I
rat is a
heard of
rat.
this before?
Ugh.
You can make me an Arcana roll. I love these guys.
Okay.
Kind of disgusting.
Super good.
The
when
chat
he
knows
says
what
he
they
loves
are.
These guys.
Oh, bet they
22.
heckin' are.
Lucky has
Was
no
that?
clue. She rolled a 3.
22.
You actually think these are strange beasts, these aberrations. Well,
19.
not technically aberrations, but definitely aberrant. Cranium rats. Cranium rats are creatures that are usually created by psionic effects or potentially
yeah.
connection to other creatures like mind flayers.
Oh, that's not good.
It is probably not the best, no. They are, with the 22, I will say that these rats are have strange abilities and, in fact, are telepathic.
I have speak with small beasts. Can I?
If you approach and
talking?
find them, yeah, I don't see why not.
Hey, little rat buddies.
Are these
Do you-
generally evil?
Yeah. Just
I will have kind of expressed this before you could move.
yeah.
They are evil psychic rats, yes.
Oh, then I don't want to talk to them. It's not going to be anything good.
Depends. Did you bring cheese?
Probably not. No.
Mm.
No. And they might have other things on their mind besides cheese.
All right.
I mean, it would work for me, but we're not talking about me.
What do you all do?
Oh, I see a kitty.
She got a nat 20 for stealth.
Yeah, she did.
I'm perturbed by glowing rats.
So,
Kinda...
May I ask my patron for advice?
That's
Balls out or not?
yeah.
so these are things we
should-
should kill. Yes.
Well, obviously.
idea.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so not helpful. What good are you?
Well, let's just see what they're doing first. They haven't noticed. this
Psychic
yet.
rats. Stomp, don't stomp. Sneak,
Evil psychic rats.
Good,
Frequently
am I?
connected to mind flayers. Stomp.
But
What
stomp-
good am I?
out front, or stomp quietly.
Did you actually just say, what good am I?
I did. You'll
I
get
love
over it,
the part that you're
swear.
just talking and ignoring it entirely.
I know, right?
That was
I have to
very,
try
very
really
funny,
hard.
just out of character. Yeah.
No. I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm not gonna talk to him. Oh
That's
man,
good.
voices in my head.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I shoot it? Or should
you
I
going- are
stab
you-
it?
Are you heading back?
She's asking first before.
Okay.
I seem to know what
As you
they're
look at Sophia, you're going to see that her eyes are going to flash a bright glow-in-the-dark blue for a moment, and then fade back to normal. And as they do that, Sophia, the voice in your head is going to say,
Then try living without me for a while.
Oh.
Oh dear. I pissed him off again. That's not news.
Oh no.
That's
Sorry, all.
Can you do that whenever you want?
No, it's whenever he wants.
Oh,
Yeah.
it seems
Don't
inconvenient.
ask. He's so inconvenient. Ugh, it's okay. Brought swords for a reason.
It's true.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should be a bitch to your soul bonded,
Oh, I'm gonna be a
patron.
bitch to him so hard. Because
He can
I
just-
can.
He can just take it away. Just putting it
He
out
can. That fast. It's great.
So she knows full well that she has to grovel eventually.
Yeah, at some
It's not in
point.
public.
Yeah.
She's probably
You know, I
had
would
to
never do it in front of
before.
you guys.
Yeah.
It's happened too many times.
So
Okay. Well,
He
what are
wants
the
to hurt my
rats?
feelings, and he can't.
there. Actually, move my camera, and I gotta.
Lucky's gonna
step
pull
on
out
the
her
swords.
longbow
Well, what are
and
the
start
rats
shuffling,
doing?
There we go.
head back over. Mm,
All right.
going.
So heading back over, you can see that the rat is just finally beating your stealth roll.
Oh, did you want me to make a new one when I headed back?
I don't think you're going to do better than what you already had, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, nope. So that was only a 12 to stealth that time.
As you slink around the corner, the rat will stand up on its hind legs, and you will feel a sudden throb, a sudden headache coming on, and you will hear this tiny voice. Who you? You. Who are you?
Did one of you guys say something?
Negative, but you get used to that, I swear.
Are any of you approaching where Lucky is slinking?
Yeah.
All
probably
right,
come
all of
behind
you
her.
are going. All of you within 30 feet are going to hear a small voice inside of your head speaking to you outside of language. It's just thoughts. Who you?
Oh, thank God. Voices in my head. I feel better already. I'm your friend if you'll
Okay.
let me.
Hello.
Can I make a
Persuasion roll?
Persuasion roll. I will be
Sure.
his friend if I would love to be friends with the psychic rat and have a voice in my head that's on my side.
Be on your side if you weren't a bitch.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
The rat will stand on its hind legs, and you'll hear you'll feel a thought of food through your head.
Okay.
It wants something fresh. You get the smell of fresh meat pies from the streets,
Oh, you're glitching out so
beef
hard.
jerky. Actually,
Come
I think
on.
you're glitching out so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
There we
internet
go.
having a
You're
hiccup.
back.
Okay, do it
You're
again.
You get the smell of pies from the street, of meat on sticks, of fresh food, or even dried jerky, but clean and not
Gross.
rotting. Yeah.
Oh, me and this rat are gonna get along so
Hungry.
well. That's some good food right there. Ha ha ha.
Give.
We can totally get pie after this. I know a great guy, he sells bananas.
Banana.
It's a food. You're gonna love it.
You will feel your mind being sifted through like a deck of playing cards until the thought and taste of a banana rises to the forefront of your mind.
Exactly. Exactly that.
No.
You don't want that one? Okay, fine. Go to the
You'll
Baker's
start-
Guild.
You'll start thinking about roast beef dripping with bits of blood and or at least
Gravy?
Do we all get these thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. Lucky
Huh.
Sixpence is drooling.
See, Mr. Rat, we can totally do that. Actually, do you have a name that's not Mr. Rat? Because that's kind of derogatory.
Rat.
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 He's rat.
Just Rat? Okay. Mr. Rat was your
Rat.
father, I see.
Rat.
Doesn't he have a better name than that?
They'd call him Sewer.
No, that's not
They're in the
called
sewer.
You'll feel him flitter around through your brain for a moment, and
gutter.
he comes back with the name Mind Spiker.
Mind Spiker. Okay. That's legit.
descriptive.
I'm gonna be this rat's friend. I'm determined. If he wants roast beef, I will cater to roast beef.
Lucky's gonna start slowly. She's gonna start crouch down kind of and start slowly approaching very curiously. She's not trying to act intimidating or threatening at all. As unthreatening as she can be.
You can make me a persuasion roll just to kind of put forward your charisma.
Oh, I'm so gonna have to get him a hat.
Well,
What'd
it's a
you roll?
5 total. Here's
Oh
a
dear.
cat approaching a rat, so
You know what? Do it with advantage because of Sophia.
I'm gonna be friends with a rat.
I rolled a 2 that time, so the 3 was a better
Okay.
roll. So
Ooh.
B5.
It is going to run over to where
Sleeping.
Sophia is and hide behind her
Hello.
boot.
I would like to pick the rat up
All right. It will allow itself to be picked up.
and placed
kind
on
of-
a shoulder.
It will allow itself to be placed on a shoulder.
I like this rat. The glowing brain still freaks me out, but I like him.
It is illuminating a little 5-foot area with its brain. Actually,
Oh, I love this rat so much.
it
There's
is.
a light
I like
source
that
and a
it's
friend.
Mind spiker.
All of your thoughts will hear food. Promise.
Promise. We are getting roast beef when this is freaking. Are you gonna help me? Because I need your help to be able to afford this. Full disclosure,
Want
Mr. Rat.
More chicken.
Sorry, mind spiker. Who? The cat'll have chicken with you, and she won't even eat you.
Truce.
I am so on
Yeah.
board.
All right.
You will be
Alright.
given roast beef, my friend Mind Spiker.
And you will feel the telepathic link kind of slide out of your brains, but you'll see the light inside of this rat's head glow brightly, and its brain throb like a beating heart. And distantly, you'll hear a bunch of shuffling.
I got
Calling his
friends, guys.
What do you do? So the way ahead of you is blocked by that large padlock.
Cool. I would like to make a check with my
Yeah.
thieves' tools to unlock the lock.
I would like you to do that. Go ahead.
Do, 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 do. 12.
12?
Yeah,
That-
not my best roll.
No, you're gonna have a little bit of trouble with this, actually.
That's
Um,
unfortunate.
Yeah, go ahead and do it again.
Does anyone wanna lend me a hand?
Sure.
Sure.
I need someone to hold the light over my shoulder so I can actually see what I'm doing.
There it is. All
Is
right,
that-
reroll.
Reroll? Do I need to add anything to that? Advantage? No? Just do it again?
This counts as your
Woo!
advantage.
This one is that one is a 21 total.
All right. So now that you can actually see what you're doing and stop feeling around, you can see this old rusted padlock in your hands, about the size of a dinner plate. Well, a side dish plate anyway.
One of those big
you-
clunky things.
Basically, yeah. You could use this as a weapon. It's 1d3.
Noted.
twist
Does
of-
anyone want that?
A quick twist of your wrist, and you will feel the lock give way beneath you.
Oh,
And the gate will actually slide open from its weight. The way ahead of you, the corridor is about 15 feet. In the center of it, it appears that there's a large pool of drainage water. Now, the floor here is slick and slightly mildewy, but in the center of the room, the floor tiling has fallen away and is about 4 or 5 feet deep of just runoff water. Not sewer water, thankfully. Although the water does appear to be somewhat brackish.
Still gross.
It is.
Now, brackish is just a mix of salt and fresh water.
Is it? Oh, I always thought brackish was kind of gross water.
No,
All
it's
right,
just
then
mixed
stagnant
salt and-
water.
Depends on where it comes from.
It's true. This is stagnant rainwater that is full of algae and other life.
So it's the pond of grossness.
Yep, you can leap across it without trying.
Okay, is there anything on the other side worth looking at?
No, just another door.
I would like to
Open the door.
I'd like to confer with my rat friend first, if that is the way forward.
Yes.
Okay. Then we go that way.
All right.
What were we looking for?
We're looking
Kayla,
for a
That
medallion,
medallion.
2 hands made of gold, holding a heart made
Holding
of
a
ruby.
as
Tiny.
as Sophia jumps across, you are going to actually see that as the lantern crosses over that pit of water, something glitters back up at you.
Like
You're-
ice?
No, something
Oh.
metallic. So, Caitlin, you're going to notice this with your dark vision.
I won't.
It's about 4 feet down in the water.
Does it look like it's very big?
It actually looks kind of slender. As you approach, do you want to reach down and grab it?
It's underwater?
It's 4 feet under the water, yes. Laying on
I'm
the
gonna
bottom.
cast Mage Hand
Good plan.
and pull it up that way.
All right, so reaching down into the water, you will pull up a very slender dirk.
Ooh.
It has a filigree handle, but what strikes you the most is that the blade itself is long and tapered and completely coated with silver.
Good find.
Oh, yeah.
Silver is that and a bag of chips.
Mhm.
What you'll also find as you pull it up, since you didn't disturb the water much using Mage Hand, there appears to be a bit of dark blue fabric still attached to the base of the dagger, as if it had cut a piece of clothing off before it had been dropped in this hole.
I'm going to turn around, having not seen any of this, and say, okay, are you coming? This is another lock. I need someone to hold the light.
You want me to try?
I mean, sure,
So
I'll
hold
the
out
light
her-
for you.
Claws for the thieves' tools.
Now, the door ahead of you is a plain metal door with a simple key lock.
Oh, so easy.
Mm-hmm.
So easy, it hurts my soul. Oh, wait, I
Do
don't
you-
have one of those.
Can't let you have all the fun.
Go right
All
ahead.
right,
I will
do you
hold
try
the
to
light
pick the
for
lock?
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't give
All
my
right.
tools back, I get mad at you, kitty.
As you lean down and slide one of your picks inside of the lock, the pressure on the door causes it to shift slightly. It doesn't appear to be locked.
Tools back. You don't need them.
So does this dirk count as a
Still
dagger?
Pass them back.
It is a dagger, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a silver dagger.
You can
It's a
borrow them
silver
anytime,
dagger.
but they come
Um,
back.
It's about
Sulking.
this long, and the blade tapers down to almost. The blade is thinner than a letter opener. This is designed to do direct piercing damage to vital organs.
Oh, so good.
So,
Might have to
Lucky
replace my
borrowing,
dagger with
lovely.
this.
what was that?
Free borrowing.
Might have to
They
replace
have to be
it.
returned.
Mhm.
I
She'll
just carry them. It's okay.
push the door and walk past and flick her tail.
All right, the door opens.
I love
with
you
a
too,
loud...
kitty.
Oh, actually, you know what? Here, let me. I've got the soundboard open for a reason. The door creaks open, and in front of you, you can see that there is a rectangular room. You are entering along the far side. So it's a long rectangle. You're entering from this corner here. It extends out 20 feet to the left and is 10 feet deep. The walls are coated with drip and slime and other things that have drained down from the streets.
Hmm.
Don't think
However-
about it too hard, guys.
No.
You'll also see that there's a passageway that veers off to the right, and over in the corner, or pardon me, over in the center of this rectangle on the opposite wall is a passageway leading up a flight of stairs.
Looks like it heads that way.
I would love to confer with my rat friend again.
All right, what do you ask?
Do you know which leads to what?
It turns its head, not quite understanding the question.
What's up the
Which way
stairs?
to go?
Out.
Up. Okay, stairs are out. And if we keep going straight.
Not safe out.
Oh, dangerous out. Okay.
Big.
Dangerous.
Open feet.
Oh, like the street. Okay. Up is bad. For you. Yes.
Bad.
It's very bad. And then
Very
straight
bad.
is.
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay.
Not bad.
Straight is not bad. Staircase leads out, though. Just for those of us that don't get stepped on. Sorry, Peppy.
All right. What's everyone doing? I'm
I would like
assuming
to go
you're all...
forward.
Yeah.
Okay, further into the tunnel.
Straight.
Still looking for this.
All right. So
Looking for
not
medallion.
up.
Not up.
Okay, so turning down the other corridor, it bends at a 90-degree angle and is a long tunnel of almost 40 feet long. However, after the first 5 feet, there's 25 feet of submerged tunnel. The ceiling dips down at that point, and you think that to get through, you can just barely see the other side cresting the water. The slant bows down significantly. You'll have to swim this. There's no way to jump it. But it does appear to be rain runoff water, not sewage.
I said it was a wet t-shirt contest, didn't I? I'm worried about getting the lantern through, though.
There is just enough room that if you go underneath, you can probably hold it up.
Okay. As long as I
So
can do
there's
that, then I'm
about
good.
this much of a gap, so you could probably even walk it and gasp upward. Well, you couldn't, you're too short, but they could.
I definitely couldn't. Can someone else carry the lantern in that case?
Yeah.
I can't screw that up or I'm
sure.
blind.
Caleb,
I'll take it.
carry it.
Thank
And
you.
actually, when I do, you guys might notice, if you hadn't noticed before, she's not just black skin, like she has scales.
Yeah.
The light will reflect
So
off
pretty.
of them.
So
It's a bit weird, honestly.
Oh no, it's gorgeous.
As you pass forward, I would really like it if I could get a perception roll off of everyone. Sophia, you're going to be doing this with disadvantage.
Yep.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
She's too focused on the wet and how much she hates it.
Okay, my
22?
low roll is 11.
I rolled a 20.
Did you?
Nice! I did!
So, Pippi,
Yes?
you are going to notice this first, and Kaylin, you're going to notice from Pippi's lead. As you are making your way down the tunnel, you can see that the water is fairly thick, but it, besides smelling stale, is otherwise harmless. However, Pippi, being as small as you are swimming across, your foot is going to lash out just to paddle yourself along. And about halfway down the tunnel, you're going to go from pushing off wall to there being an empty spot underneath your foot. Glancing down,
This is holy crap. It's
you
really
and Kaylin
deep.
are going to see that there's a passageway leading off underwater.
Wow.
So you were going this way. It looks like there's another tunnel underwater leading out that way. Big enough for a single
Yeah.
person to pass through.
But you don't know how long it is and how long
T-shirt
you have to...
contest.
Actually, with your nat 20, I will say that you see something floating in the water ahead of you. It looks like it's obscuring your vision, and it's quite large, larger than you are.
Is it heading towards us, or is it just stationary?
It's fairly stationary. It's shifting slightly, but the water is moving.
Yeah.
You know, you're disturbing it.
So something's floating in the water.
Have you said this to us?
Because if not, we're
yeah.
still moving.
I would say there's something up ahead. It's in the water.
Hmm?
Oh dear, rat
I-
friend.
I can't tell what it is.
Rat friend?
Yes.
Good or bad?
Water bad.
Water bad!
Water bad for rats.
As you are climbing through the water,
I'm
it's
assuming
actually
he's
going
sitting
to
on top of
crawl
my
up
head.
he crawls up the top of your head, yes.
Yeah, I assumed. Like, okay, other than the water, if there was no water, good or bad?
You get the mental impression of a...
Yeah.
He has no idea.
You've never been here. Rat friend.
Wa-
Mine's
Water
fine.
bad.
Water is bad. Okay.
Lucky
You can
wants to know what this is, what was found.
I don't know yet.
Is anyone
up
going down
ahead.
that tunnel?
Lucky's gonna head down that tunnel.
I'm not. I'm blind.
All right.
She sulks very obviously, and then ducks her head under.
Can I get an athletics roll from you, Lucky?
Yeah, you can.
You're going that
I've been good
underwater
at that.
passage?
That's gonna be an 18 or 20.
Unless Pippi wants to go first, since she's right in front of it.
That's true. Yeah.
For the object?
For the underwater passage, yeah.
For the underwater passage. I don't know. I don't know if I can hold my breath that long.
All right, so Lucky's going to push past you and swim under if no one else will.
Okay.
Lucky, you are going to swim about 15 feet down. Down the tunnel, not down in depth. It appears that this is more of like a drainage pipe. It's only large enough for you if you scrabble through.
Yeah.
Midway through the tunnel, through your dark vision, you see there's something floating in the water. It's pretty large, and as you approach it, it turns and you will see the rotten face of a dead woman.
Of course, none of us know this.
She does not gasp in shock.
The tunnel continues past her. What do you do? The body is buoyant and can be shifted.
Yeah, can she pull it out, or?
You can push it with you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or you can pull it back if you.
Yeah,
don't
she's
want to
gonna
continue.
pull it back first because she wants to get this out of the way and see what it is.
All right, so pulling it back, you will see your Tabaxi friend swim down and then grab something and come back. And as she comes out the lip of the tunnel, a bloated blue corpse is going to come to the surface with her. It looks like a body that's about a week dead.
Ew.
It's a woman with bright red hair and a very, very bloated, ripped face. The decomposition has started to split the skin, and the stink is unbearable. Although she is wearing some very fine black studded leather armor. And has a number of pouches and things dangling from her hips.
What size of this is this character? Like this corpse? Like human?
It's actually about your size. Yes, she is a human. You'd say
Studded
that
leather, you say?
you think she's probably in her late 20s to 40s.
Are you going
a
to
fully
drag
grown
it back to the dry?
She's going to drag it back to the dry part and strip it from its armor and
Okay.
put it on.
That armor probably stinks.
It does stink.
So will she when this is
Lucky.
over.
She already
In
smells like
Gross
sewer water.
That's true. All right. As you take it off, its pouches appear to have been ripped completely open. But you will find that there's a set of tools strapped to her thigh that haven't been touched. It appears like they're lockpick kits.
Sweet.
Or a lockpick kit.
Now you have your
Taking
own.
that.
So do you keep that, Lucky?
Yep. Absolutely.
It is a set of mastercrafted lockpick tools that give you a +1 on checks.
There you
Yeah.
go. Now you don't need to borrow mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's good find.
Still
So
could if
they
you end up using
are,
those for some reason.
call them the dead woman's lockpick, or something like that.
Yep.
I've got it written.
Okay. Does anybody go down the pipe further?
Lucky will investigate further once she's done stripping and changing this clothes into the new person's armor.
I'm good with
All
that.
right.
Yeah. Lucky can
So-
go look.
Pat my rat friend.
All right. So as you continue
mine's
down the tube, washing off your slightly stinky armor, you will need to make. You know what? You can hold your breath that long now that the body's moved.
Oh.
You will come out into a large square room that's half submerged in water. It looks like the floor has slipped and fallen, but you'll see that laying on the half of the floor that is above the drifting debris is another lantern. It's cracked and broken and has a number of runes carved around the brass frame.
Do they look familiar?
To Lucky, they do not look familiar.
Oh.
Unless you're going in too, Pibby.
Yeah,
Nope.
are you following?
No.
Okay.
So sorry, there's a
Going that
lantern in the
stank
room. What
water.
else was there?
basically.
You just said, but
You see
Yeah.
something kind of like this.
and I've never seen
And-
this before.
You've never seen this before, no. It
Hmm.
looks like it's an oil lantern of some kind. With it has a bit of a it has a lantern. Apparently, it is a lantern. It has a what's the type of lantern? It's a bullseye lantern.
Hmm.
That has the spot gate.
Right.
However, as you pick it up, you notice that there appears to be a compartment built into its base.
She's gonna take a look at that.
There is a rolled up piece of paper inside of it.
Whoa, what is it?
In the middle of the chamber reveals that there is a piece of parchment scribed with something using the draconic alphabet.
Well, that's useful.
It may be.
What does it? Let me double check.
Do you speak? You've
I do not speak Draconic. No, I do. I speak Goblin. That's what it is.
you've seen
know
scrolls
some.
before though. This looks like a
Mhm.
scroll.
Is there something? Are any of my compartments in my bags watertight? Probably.
No, but it looks like the lantern was.
No, then I'll just put stuff back in that. Put it back in that, and
The glass has been shattered on the lantern, so to keep any oil in would require a repair, but this could be a decent lantern if fixed.
well, she's not gonna use it, but it might be worth keeping.
Sure.
You
Nice
have a
souvenir.
certain not dark-sided friend who loves lanterns.
This is true. So she'll
right.
clean it out of any oil so it doesn't just spill everywhere, and then just, if she can, and then take anything back. There was nothing else in the room. It was a closed room.
No, just that. It's
Oh.
mostly just like debris and little bits of floating wood and a couple of rat carcasses.
Okay. Well, found everything interesting here. So she'll swim
Alright.
back and relay that, and hand the lantern off to Sophia.
You tell us about the scroll?
Yes, she will pull it out and hand it to you.
Looking at it, you
I can read
easily
Draconic.
see it is a spell scroll of counterspell.
Ooh,
Oh, that's yummy.
Yeah, that's a pretty useful spell. I believe
It's
that's
very
level
useful.
3 at your level. You can cast it with some difficulty, which
Also,
it's very potent,
beautifully crafted lantern other than the broken glass.
which is easy to fix.
yeah.
Very
Probably
easy.
find some.
I have friends, I swear.
All right. So as you're gathered at the base of this this wet tunnel, I just want to say it's 10:10. How's everybody feeling?
I'm good.
I think
Doing
we can
pretty good. I'm
probably
starting
get to the
to-
end of this.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get yawny a bit, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still doing
Alright.
okay.
I had 6
Okay.
cups of coffee. No, I didn't. It was 3
I had
cups of tea.
one, and I had to remind myself not to do it after the AM.
I'm on page 3 of notes.
Yes.
Good
Fantastic.
job.
Which
I'm
is
just trying to
weird.
kind of keep track of what we're doing in here, so I'm kind of saying what, not necessarily what I do, but what other people.
We have a
try
whole
and keep
2
a track.
dead bodies and swimming.
We
Yeah.
will see how long I manage to keep this up, because I'm not normally the note taker of the group.
Well, when you get tired of it, let me know and I'll
We can trade
swap
off.
in.
Figure I need to fill this up,
Yeah,
You do.
of course.
so it's a decent size.
Go.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right. So, do any of you continue down the watery corridor?
The main one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. with
I'd
the
like to
thing
get
that's
back on
floating
land.
ahead.
All
It's
right,
not good for swords
so-
to be underwater, guys. It's just not.
Hmm.
Plus, now we're
I
wet
mean-
and cold, and I'm wearing white. Come on.
I'm wearing robes.
Oh, that's so heavy.
I'm sure the skirt of them is like just clinging to my legs at this point.
Ugh,
Mhm.
so
And I have heeled
uncomfortable.
boots.
So
Like-
uncomfortable.
All right.
But better than
I'm
barefoot.
not wearing outfit for this.
Nope.
So you swim down the 25-foot corridor,
Mhm.
and as you come up the other side, you come to a T intersection. There's about 10 feet of dry land again, and then an open corridor to the left and to the right.
Hmm.
Who's first?
Mine, Spike. Where would you go? Or do you know this area?
Yes.
You know this area. This is home. Okay, this is home. But what
Watch
way
your
is
step.
home?
is home.
All okay. All is home. I got nothing.
You're talking
guys.
to him this much. Why not ask about the thing we're looking for?
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, we don't need to go to his home necessarily. Like,
Yeah.
Mind Spike. Have you seen a golden disc? It's like this big. It's got a red jewel in the middle.
Yes.
Where?
Slave take.
Slave takes.
Slave take?
Oh.
Takes where?
Here.
Here? Left or right?
Slave.
Okay. I think that's all I'm getting.
Oh.
Slave. There is a slave, so it's in somebody's possession.
All right.
Who's
Who's going forward first? I need to know this.
Lucky, unless someone else takes point. She'll just start moving.
I mean, I'm the one with the rat friend. I volunteer as tribute.
I mean, probably somebody with dark sight should go first.
Probably they could see further than me at this point.
Okay, and then is it Pippi or Kaylin?
I'll go next.
Okay, Kaylin takes the rear.
Yeah, I've been taking the rear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lucky, up ahead you can see that there is a a corridor that leads to the left and to the right. As you step forward to the left, you can see that this area is actually laced by old pipes. They jut from the ceiling, and to the left is a large rectangular room of about 15 feet wide by about 15 feet deep by about 25 feet wide. But in the center of it is a granite statue.
Oh.
On a tall column base.
I'm gonna go poke at that.
Okay. If you look the other direction, you will see that it looks like there's a room with some barrels and looks like there's actually an old square chest in the other room as well, which appears to be the same size and shape. Although the walls are covered in significant amounts of lichen and water damage in both.
Where are we going, Lucky?
Let's look at the statue.
Okay.
Which way is
So-
that?
To the left.
To the
To the
left,
left,
to
okay.
the left. Everything you need's in a room to the left. Sure.
All right. So one by one, you're all headed into that room?
Yeah.
All right. Kaylin, as they all step into the room and you step up into the intersection,
Oh dear.
somehow there is going to be a... Oh, actually, hold on. There's going to be a sudden flare of pain in your shoulder, and you are going to feel something bite into you. You are going to take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And 1 moment, please. You feel something whiz by your face, and you'll see the side of a blade. And then a sudden burst of pain and blood comes out of your shoulder as a creature as tall as a man with a long, rat-like face and gnarling claws has bit into your shoulder.
Oh no.
In one of its hands, it's holding a short sword.
Oh no.
And I would like an initiative roll off of everyone, please.
Okay.
So this came from behind
Damn
me?
it, Spike.
It came from the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one
So
to the right
behind.
that's behind me now.
Yeah, it is now behind you.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Right. Did anybody get above a 20?
Yes, 21.
21. Anybody? Okay.
I had 4, okay?
All
That's
right.
so nice.
So Kaylin. All right. Above 15. 10.
I did. I got 13.
I got an 11.
I got
13
14.
and 14. All right.
And I was 11.
Same party order as last time. Oh dear.
This is with my +4 to initiative. It's
Okay, so who got a
going so
10?
well. I got an 11.
Okay. And Safia. All right, and oh, by the way, Kaylin, can I get you to do me a big favor? Can you make me a Constitution save, please?
Oh no.
Okay, one sec.
Oh
It
dear.
was a thin rat-like face.
Yes, actually, it looks very much like this.
Oh.
Oh no.
Exactly what we
Fred,
wanted.
why you didn't warn me you had a big brother?
Okay, so that was con save.
It was a con save, please.
Luckily, I am proficient in that. So that is a 19.
Oh.
All right, 19. Lucky girl. Okay.
Hey, that's
All
I
all
had
right.
5.
So it is your
So-
initiative. What do you do? This thing is right next to you. This hybrid of a rat and a man. This rat man.
Rat
Oh, dear.
man.
No, 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 no.
Point blank range firebolt.
Okay.
Woo!
Now it is a range. Oh no, it's a spell attack. It's not a ranged attack.
It's a ranged spell attack.
It's a ranged spell attack because there's such a thing as
So-
touch spell attack.
Oh, that's fair. So at point blank range, you'll actually have disadvantage.
Why?
I know.
Where does it say the disadvantage on that? Because I know if it's beyond.
Like if I can put my hand right in its face.
You might
because
end up
it ha-
hurting yourself.
Mm.
Because it also has radius of damage basically to it.
Yeah.
Think of fireball exploding, but much
Yeah,
smaller.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna disagree.
It's a
with that.
mote of fire though.
Yeah.
Just give it to me.
Okay.
Hit him.
Well, I rolled an 18, so
Oh, it doesn't matter
Okay,
either
that
way.
definitely beats my dexterity. So go ahead and also hello to Cameron in the chat.
Hi.
Oh, and orcs
Full
make
damage.
beautiful lovers. I mean,
that's 10.
They
Orcs
do.
need-
all right. So how much damage?
Should come over when I'm on
10.
my generic.
10 damage. All right. All right. A sudden gout of flame lights his ass up, and he is going to scream in pain with a voice that sounds strangely like a hybrid of rat and man with. And it is going to be Pippi's turn.
Okay.
Remind me not to do that again.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, don't do
that
that
was-
again.
That was
Oh,
bad.
thanks.
It
Thanks,
was
friend.
bad.
Okay.
I
so,
got you, friend.
Going. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm going with the rapier.
All right, so you are going to rush. You can move through Kalen Square
Okay.
to where this guy is, but you are probably yeah, you'll be able to hit him from your angle, but you'll be
Okay.
blocking the door for everyone else.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Ectoghost. Someone just said
Okay.
we're a great stream. I appreciate it.
Yay! Thanks, guys. Looks like 18.
18. All right,
yeah.
so stabbing through Kalen's
Yeah.
space, you are going to make
Oh.
contact. Are you using your normal rapier?
I am using the rapier. Yes.
You, what part of his body are you aiming for?
I'm going for as much mass closest to the heart as
All
I
right,
can.
you stab center mass, and you see your blade part through his clothing. Actually,
Excellent.
there's a chunk of dark blue fabric at the front of his shirt that appears to have been cut away. Your blade makes contact and pierces through his gut, and as you pull out, you will see the torn flesh reseal behind it as if your blade never touched.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, you
Alright.
didn't, Kelly. I love you.
All
Yeah.
right,
Oh,
Lucky.
yeah.
It is your turn. You're inside of the room. What do you do?
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
gonna.
I'm
I've got
gonna
my
go.
longbow out, and I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
so
are-
It's gonna go
excited.
really badly, but I'm gonna attack it.
Don't roll a 1, is all I'm saying.
Please don't roll a 1.
The 19.
19, go ahead and roll.
Ah.
All right, so this is your regular bow.
My longbow, yeah.
All right, so you fire true,
Mhm.
and your bolt, your arrow is going to fly true and catch this creature directly in the windpipe.
Oh.
It's not going to
With
stop
a
him.
snarl, it reaches up and strips it out without a second thought, and you watch the wound seal behind
Okay.
it.
So I won't roll damage.
Nope, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Sophia, you will hear a voice in your head say, "Sorry yet?"
Yes.
Make me a persuasion roll.
He knows I'll show him my boobs whenever he wants to, so there's that.
He is a phallus. He doesn't think like a phallus.
Are you sure? Oh dear, where's persuasion? Bonuses.
No, he rolled a 1. He thinks like a phallus. Uh,
I thought so. Plus, that was a 13.
13.
Mhm.
All right, so it is your round. Your powers have been
I
restored.
have a great smile.
Yep, a great
Toll the
pair,
dead.
A great pair of eyes. Toll the dead. Go ahead and
Wisdom
is that a
save,
dex-
please.
Nat 20.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Son of a-
All right. A bell strikes, and you can actually hear the sound of the bell going thunk.
I
all right.
love my patron. I love my patron. I love
Does
my
he do
patron.
half damage when he does that?
No.
Okay. All right. With that, Kalen, the rat is going to slash out at you with his short sword again, while screaming, "I need help! Help!" and is going to surge forward to where Pippi is and try to take a bite out of her. So Pippi, you're the red dice. Kalen, that is a nat 20 on you.
Wait, what?
So the short sword is going to lash out, and you are going to take 9 points of damage.
Okay. So I took 3 last time, right?
Yep, so you're at 12.
Now, would shield actually help on a nat 20? It raises my AC by 5 points as a reaction.
No,
and it includes the
wouldn't.
hit that triggered it.
Nat 20s always hit, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
unfortunately.
I'm dead.
Well, you're down.
I'm a lot below my number.
You're not your hit points in negatives, right?
Not yet. It's not that far, though.
All right. So he turns, stabs his blade into your stomach, and throws you into the water behind, and snaps his fangs over at Pippi. So Kalen, it is your round. I need you to make me a death save.
Don't botch it up.
Okay, so what happens to the death save? I've never done it.
So, oh yeah, fair enough. So roll the d20,
I sure have.
and you need to get a 10 or above.
14.
Okay, so you have 1 success. So every round you will keep doing this until you have 3 successes, at which point you stabilize, or 3 fails. A nat 20 counts as 2, a nat 1 counts as 2. Okay,
Alright.
so that's going to be your round this time. Pippi, do you do anything? I don't know if any of you have any healing magics or stabilization magics.
Nope.
Did
Really,
any
the
of
bard
us?
didn't take healing word, huh?
Did any of? No, because I was an idiot. I took prestidigitation.
Yeah, somebody has to.
Yeah. Useful.
Did any of us see the dirk that
I believe Kalen has it.
Kalen?
Kalen
yeah,
has
but
it.
did any of us see it when she pulled it out of the water?
It clattered to the ground in front of you. You may pick it up as your bonus
I
action.
am picking it up and I'm gonna thrust it.
Okay,
forward.
go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Okay. Let's hope, friends. Let's see how this goes. I rolled
What'd
a
you get?
19, so
That is
I
gonna be
got
a
22.
Hell yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll me damage. That is going to be your strength or dexterity, whichever you prefer.
That's
Plus
going to be my dex.
1d4.
Dex plus a d4. So... These will be... Oh, it's a 4 on the d4, and my dex is 14. Is that
Plus
18?
Nope, 2.
No, 2. Oh, yeah, my
Your mods.
6.
6 total? That's
Yep,
still better than it
6
could
total.
be. So that is now boop. All right, Lucky, it is your round.
Yeah,
You
I
see
don't
that
have
Kaylin
anything.
goes down with a stab to her stomach and vanishes from your view.
Yeah. There's not a huge amount I can do, unfortunately.
Question.
Yes.
If I'm underwater, will I keep taking damage from drowning?
Not this round.
So maybe somebody could pull me out of the water.
Oh, I thought you were on the land part. Never mind. Then I'm
No,
gonna...
I got
throw
thrown
her
into
into the water.
water.
The water.
Okay, yeah, no, she's gonna go after her.
Okay, one moment, please.
He saved me. I don't want to die in the first game.
All right.
Would be
Nobody wants you to die in the
ill-advised.
first
No.
I like this
As you-
character.
How many hit points do you have right now, Lucky?
I have 11 and an AC of
Thank-
16.
God, I got 19 to hit you with my attack of opportunity. As you rush through, you are going to feel the short sword stab into your kidney, your left kidney if it matters, for a total of 8 points of damage.
Ah,
As you
There
leap
wasn't a way-
forward,
Like, I couldn't have used, like, a treat as a disengage or anything like that. I was just a
no,
straight
because you
attack.
have to move through his square to get to her.
Yeah.
What about acrobatics?
Yeah, like, is there a way to...
You could try an
There
acrobatics
is-
roll.
there is a tumble. It is acrobatics
Yep.
versus acrobatics.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be
through the
acrobatics
square
versus his
without-
attack roll, probably.
Mm.
No,
Does
it's
he-
versus acrobatics. Dexterity.
Oh, it's
That
'cause-
doesn't make any sense, but because like he's not trying to be an acrobat, he's just trying
No.
to stab, right? So-
Under...
Lucky, make me an acrobatics roll if you'd like to try that.
Yeah, I will. It's gonna be an 18.
Okay. Well, let's see. What? Double checking. Yeah.
Because I was curious, because like the disengage, if you use it as your action, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn, even if you move through their space.
Is that the way that one works?
Disengage the action instead of attacking, because you can choose to
I
attack.
didn't
or do
realize that
something else.
it nullifies that for the rest of the
Yeah,
turn.
but I'm also not attacking, and then
Because it's your action.
yeah, I'm actively going out of my
Huh.
way to avoid being attacked, being hit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, then, if we may, you dive through the hole created by Kaylin's vanishing body, and you will feel a blade strike over your head, narrowly missing you as you dodge out of the way. You take
Yeah.
-8 damage.
Yay!
And then I can get into their area to Kaylin, and then I probably can't on my turn actively start pulling her out, but I can
You
get.
may start pulling her out.
Okay,
You can pull her out of the water, but that's all you're going to be able to do.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Sophia.
Neat. Can I see this thing? First question.
Yes, it is 10 feet from you.
Oh, thank
And the
God.
only thing blocking your line of sight is Pippi.
And she's short. 10 feet. Okay, I don't have disadvantage then. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Go ahead, and I believe that's it to hit, right?
Yes, it is. And that was a solid 19 to hit.
That's gonna definitely hit this guy.
And that's a 10. 2.
2 damage.
Yep.
Do you not add your charisma to that?
No.
All right. Your Eldritch Blast shrieks forward out of your hand, and will scald the side of his face.
Sad.
Seeing an opportunity for mayhem. Oh, you have a silver knife, though. He is going to come at you full bore. The short sword is going to lance downward. How many hit points do you have, Pippi?
I have 7.
All right, 6 of them are going to vanish as a short sword stabs into your torso, piercing your armor. And he is going to pull you upward with the blade stroke and try to snap at your throat, but you're just small enough that you will feel his slimy brown teeth grace the flesh of your throat without actually biting in. And
Ow.
Kaylin, go make me a death save.
19!
19.
thank
All
God.
right, that's another success.
Uh,
All right, Pippi, you have been struck.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You've been skewered.
Can I reach and stab him again with this silver
You
blade?
may absolutely, yes.
And shall I leave it in him this time?
Your call.
I mean, then you can't stab him again.
Okay, but it's not going to be like silver kills him, but silver can pierce him.
Silver definitely hurt him. Your blade,
silver hurts him.
from where you slashed him in his stomach, you can see through the clothing that the flesh has bubbled and burnt beneath the blade.
Okay. I'm just going to stab him again as much as I can.
All right, go
you're
ahead.
certainly a lot higher up this time.
Yes, I'm going to
That's true. You are very
stab forward.
Very close to the
A
face.
reminder that you all have inspiration. You can still risk to maybe get a nat 20.
Okay. Well, I got a 14, so okay.
14 is a definite hit.
I
Do you-
I rolled 14 and 17.
17 with your second one?
No, not a second
Oh, no,
one with
17.
my
Okay,
with my
that is
bonuses.
a definite hit. What's your damage?
Okay, and
four-sided?
this is the four-sided. Yep.
Yep, little triangle.
Yeah. Got it again. Got a 4. And
You got a 4, and your dex is 2?
Bonus. My dex is 2.
All right, so
6.
with that, he has you up near him and is right down. You are going to quickly dart your hand up and plunge it into his eye.
Okay, that's good too.
And you are going to see the runny egg of his eye explode around your dagger. And he is
Yummy.
going to scream. Lucky, you have pulled Kaelin out of the water. Behind you, you hear.
Is she gonna turn and is the thing like it's not downed, is it?
It is blinded
not
and
well.
furious.
Okay. My
That's an
attacks
extra
didn't
mad.
do anything, but I will do a I'm gonna help it. I'm gonna help Pippi attack it.
Okay.
Or one of you. Yeah, 'cause the help act is you can lend your aid to another creature. So
You could
if
also
it's
grapple.
5 feet.
You
I was
could
thinking
also
that.
grapple.
Strike a target for some other way.
Hopefully you're
It
strong
does the
enough
same
for that.
thing
It's
mechanically.
basically the same. Though if I manage to grapple it, it has a contested, but if I help, it's distracted. It doesn't
So
get a
basically,
save
you just
against
like
it.
launch yourself at it, scratching and clawing, so it has to dodge more.
Yeah, so if an ally attacks a target before my next turn, the first attack roll is made with advantage. So I would be just giving her advantage.
All right, so you can go ahead and do that. Which actually, if Sophia does a spell attack against it, that also will work.
Yeah, it's just whoever.
Is that
like,
our plan?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
That's a good.
All right, so you
I would
launch
love to
yourself,
Eldritch Blast better.
hissing and screeching at this thing. It turns and snaps its fangs toward you. Its weeping eye socket looking in your direction. Sophia, it is your turn again.
Cool. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast again.
Please do.
With advantage.
With
With
advantage.
advantage,
Oh, thank you, Lord. I got a nat 20.
Woohoo!
There it is. Go
Thank
ahead,
you
roll me
for the
double damage.
advantage. Thank you.
All right, roll me double damage.
Oh, I'm so excited about
So
that.
that's, I believe, 2d10 plus charisma.
3,
Or
13
don't add-
plus.
You don't add your charisma, right?
No, I don't. So 13.
13. All right. With a as you hold your arm out, you are going to feel a coil of black plasm course down your arm, rising out of your flesh.
I'm not going to say
all
it's orgasmic, but.
All of you that look behind will see Sophia's hand out. A bright blue eye will blink in the center of her palm. As it blinks, the eyeball will peel away, and a blackened Icarus maw will open and fire a bolt of bluish green energy. That is going to strike directly through the heart of this creature, and he is going to collapse to the ground dead.
Yes!
Kaelin, you are going to make me another death save.
Oh,
Oh,
I love my
shit.
patron so much.
Uh-oh.
What'd you get?
That one.
Not one. You are
You
2
can't
strokes
inspiration
from
on
death.
those, can you?
Oh my
You
God.
cannot. But does anybody want to rush over and try to help her?
Yeah. Anyone better at medicine? Because I get a +1 and that's it.
1 second. Medicine is in
Wisdom.
It's a wisdom skill.
I get 1 too. It's not a skill,
Yeah,
but I'm good
I
at.
only have a +1 for
Then,
wisdom.
since Lucky's probably closest, she's gonna
Yeah.
turn and try.
Okay, go ahead.
CPR
Nat 20.
immediately.
21.
Okay,
Yes!
all right, Kaylin,
Oh my
you
goodness.
are up with 1 hit point.
Oh yes!
My
That's excellent.
You are actually
Like a
going
minute
to
20.
come just in time to see the rat man reach up with a claw, a smoking hole in the center of his chest, and but the jewel, and into the smoking crater of his chest, you will see that a long gold chain with a red gem, held by a pair of golden hands, is going to fall into the oozing stump, or the oozing gap, between his ribs.
Yummy. Does
Lucky
anyone want me
will.
to deal with
They're
that?
gonna get that.
looks
like-
between everyone and go,
I will. I mean, I'm probably in the best shape of everybody here, and I'm kind of high on the adrenaline of. I have a very good friend. He lives inside my necklace.
Right. So, Kaylin, you are awake and feeling a bit better. Would you all
Welcome
like to take
back.
a short rest?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So, short rests in my game are 10 minutes,
mhm.
Oh, thank
unless you're
God.
interrupted. So, what you may do, Kaylin and Pippi, both of you roll your hit dice and add your constitution to it. So that
So-
means a D8 and a D6, respectively.
So one of the things I can do as a fighter, I guess it doesn't really make sense because I've only lost 1 hit point, but
Don't second wind.
because I can use it again after a short
Sweet,
rest or
I
a long
regain
rest.
all.
All right.
It's
Sounds
actually
good.
better than some of the
I
other
gained
ones I've seen
back.
before.
Yeah, then second rest. Go ahead and just regenerate the 1 hit point.
Yeah.
What'd you
So
get,
what
Pippi?
was that?
I rolled a 2.
That was a were-rat.
They're a nightmare on wheels, and I love them. That was so mean. I'm so glad you used that.
You guys, Kaylin, you probably want to get checked out by a cleric, but you think you're feeling okay.
I mean, she's not the one covered in rat guts.
Yes, but she was the one bitten by a lycanthrope.
Yeah, fucking sucks.
Hmm.
However,
Unless you get a 19 on the con save, then you're probably okay.
yeah, probably.
Probably. With that, the room appears to be largely, pardon me, the hallway that is flanked, just to give you a sense of the layout. So this is what you're looking at.
Mm,
Okay?
Okay,
And
yeah.
you were fighting in that center area.
nice.
It appears to be empty now. You can
Mine
take your time
spike.
looking around.
Good, good.
Mind
Yeah.
spike.
Yes.
Perception.
Any more of those around?
Was that the slave?
Yes. Slave.
That was the slave.
That was
Okay,
a slave.
not a
New
slave anymore.
You, slave?
No. We're gonna stop that from happening. Don't you worry about that. We're just one step closer to roast beef, my little friend. Yes. Roast beef.
All right.
Hmm.
Now,
Chicken.
Big fresh loaf of garlic bread.
as
Way
you look
too much
around,
gravy.
Hmm.
you will see that there is the statue in the northern room, and in the southern room, there are several barrels, most of which have decayed and rotted. But there is that chest that is, it's a square chest, more of a large box than anything, but with brass corners and a brass latch.
Let's go have a look.
All
I'd
right,
like
it
to
doesn't-
investigate.
Which way are you headed, to the box, or are you headed to the statue?
I like boxes better than statues.
All right.
Mhm.
Moving over to the box, as you open it, you will see that it's a simple chest full of parchments. It looks like religious pamphlets
Yes.
written in every language that you can see. Are a series of missives, the type that are usually nailed on church doors or posting boards. In Zonos' name, we will be vindicated.
Uh-oh.
Those below will rise above and lay barren
I
the
I would like
false
to-
kings.
would like to take one of these pamphlets with me, fold it up, tuck it in the bodice, you know how it goes.
There are quite a few of these, so you can definitely do so. Anybody here have any religion at all on their sheet? Any points in it? Any proficiencies?
No,
Where
just
are you,
Arcana.
religion? I get +2.
Okay. Well, everybody here can just make me a quick religion roll. I'm looking for basically like a 12.
Nat 20.
Nat
Nope.
20?
We're definitely getting it then.
4
Take that.
total.
Oh dear.
Zonos is the god of disease,
Oh no.
plagues, and prophecy.
Zonos. Spelling?
Zonos. Specifically with a Z, not a Z.
Okay. Plague. Prophecy.
He is a lawful evil deity that most people only pray to by way of please keep this guy away from me. Although he's known to be quite a pleasant god if you've ever interacted with him. Most of you haven't.
So it was plague, prophecy.
Most.
And just disease,
dear.
basically. Disease, pain, prophecy, those type of things. If within that 20, he is characterized as a man in either a mourner's shroud or a plague outfit. He is a god of fever dreams and prophecy.
Okay, and he was neutral evil?
He is, he's neutral evil. Within that 20, you'll also know that he has a love affair or a distant affection for the other minor goddess of, let me just look up her name because it's been a while since I've ever had to use her. I believe, yes, he has a connection to the goddess Samira, the goddess of healing and prophetic dreams as well. They only ever meet when they're afflicted dream. It's the only time they're allowed to meet without destroying each other.
That's kind of beautiful.
Yep, she is neutral good, he is neutral evil.
Aww.
But Nat 20
But
knows
seriously, bad news bears.
that he's not the guy you want to really mess with.
Nope.
No.
So, what's the deal with that then?
I'm not going to say it's a cult, but it's probably a cult. It tends to be how these kinds of leaflets, pamphlets. You know what? Mind Spike. Has anyone been down here in recent months, years, days? Here specifically? The slave
I'm
house.
pretty sure.
Slave.
How long has the
The
slave
rat.
been here? Can you
The rat
remember a
seems
time without
confused
it?
with the concept of time.
Can you remember a point when there was no slave?
No,
Okay.
not
That seems-
I.
Okay.
Family.
Okay. That's not unnerving at all. I still like you. I'm still getting you a roast beef with too much gravy and garlic. Yeah. Now are you into cheese? Because
hungry.
cheese I know some rats are iffy on, and yeah.
Blood.
Can you give me the wording of the pamphlet again?
Yes. It is. We, in the name of Zonos, we will be vindicated. Oh God. So we will be vindicated. Those below will rise up and fell the false kings, I believe was the phrasing. It's a little different in every language, of course, but that's the basic gist. However you write
usually
it down
some
will
type
be
of-
acceptable.
Yeah, there's usually some mention of false kings, blah blah blah.
And topple the false
it's
kings,
common.
was it?
Topple or lay low, depending on the translation. Bring down is
Bring down
is
the false
definitely
kings.
that. And is anybody
Topple the
bothering
kings
to...
above. Ish.
Yep. Okay.
Lucky's gonna wander off at that point and go check out that statue.
I was checking out the statue to begin with. I'd never gone in the room. I'm just writing this down for the book.
Yeah.
Sure.
We have notes.
Is anyone spending any time looking at the were-rat's body?
I would like to.
Okay, sure.
I'd like
That's
to
a good
return
idea.
to it.
Okay,
She-
so...
yeah,
Gotta make
Out
sure
of,
we get
like,
that medallion.
academic curiosity.
What are you dealing with now that you've been bitten by one of these assholes?
So, it has a...
Well, would you like to know my flaw?
Oh dear.
Most
must
people
know, don't-
scream and run when they see a demon. I stop and take notes on his anatomy.
I love you. Oh my god.
All right, so... On his hip, you will see a hand crossbow. He has
Yoink.
a thigh quiver with a full contingent of bolts, as
Yoink.
well as 2 bolts that have reservoirs in the tip that appear to be full of a dark green liquid.
Oh dear.
Yoink.
Besides that, you will see that there is a steel key in his pocket, about the
That's gonna be
same
useful.
size and texture as the padlock from further down the hall.
Mhm.
There we
And
go.
then on top
There's
of
always a
that,
key.
he also has a black candle in a pouch at his side, along with 4 gold coins, 3 silver shillings, and 7 copper pennies. The black candle looks like it's made of some type of... Well, the tallow stinks. Smells vaguely grave-like when you hold it.
Yeah. No, nobody wants that. That's probably some type of.
Oh no. I
necromancy.
definitely want that.
Okay.
So black
Grave sticks are
candle.
great.
Yeah.
You never know where you're going to need a grave
Necromancy
stick,
of some
guys.
type.
So who is proceeding into the
I
other
assume
room?
At least.
Lucky.
So Lucky, as you approach, you'll see that the granite statue above the pillar, it looks like it's a well-dressed, you think halfling, a very stout, full-cheeked halfling that has been carved in there. Water damage has eroded many of its facial features, but it's definitely a halfling. It's wearing a doublet and is smiling and holding up its hand, a carved compass in it with large cuffs and a jaunty tricorner hat. It's a pirate.
Huh.
Do you want to check the statue out a bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. If it's
ahead.
stable, she will climb on it.
Yeah, no, and the podium's about 3 feet tall, and then the statue's about the size of an actual halfling from the waist up.
Okay.
But you can totally climb on top of it if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, as you're climbing up, make me an investigation roll.
Sure. I will not do well on this. It's gonna be a 9.
A 9. All right, so checking it, it's very sturdy. It's kind of hard to hear in here, though, because the pipes rattle slightly. Just in this room, the pipes that line the top edges of the wall make... It appears that there's steam running through them. Perhaps you're underneath the edge of the coach lane bathhouses, which are in this area. Is anyone else
Just my urchin background gives me something, the city secrets. So usually that only implies to. So I have a really good idea of where I am generally.
Yeah, you think you're right under the corner of one of the bathhouses on this side. It was only about a block and a half away from the pub.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a mixed gender bathhouse that a lot of people go to. It's known for being a place of the priesthood of
Is it run by
spends a
Basir?
lot of time here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a Basirian bathhouse, so there's a lot of shenanigans up there.
Absolutely.
Ooh, shenanigans.
I was also examining the statue.
All right, make me an investigation roll, Kaylin.
Do you say anything when Lucky starts climbing on it?
Unless you put a paw in my face, no.
Nope. Okay. Good.
That's gonna be 21.
Perfect. As you are looking around, you notice that the base of the statue, there's a plaque on it that it's been worn clear by time and the water damage that has stained the granite, but it's a brass plate about the size of a piece of paper, and you can see where someone has pried it away. It appears to be only held up by a single rivet. Do you shift to the side?
Yeah.
Make me a perception roll.
Eventually, Lucky's just gonna start staring at what she's doing and just watching.
16.
What's that?
16.
16. All right. Would you like to spend your inspiration on this?
Sure.
Okay.
20. Unnatural.
Okay.
Good.
As you pivot it to the side, you will just in time see that there's a little trigger switch on the inside of this panel as you're pivoting it.
Mm-hmm.
There's an iron cord, well, more like a copper wire that is hooked to the inside of this. You think that with a little check and a dagger, you might be able to disarm it. Or you could call someone who's really good at it, but you might be able to do it too.
What would the skill be?
So this would be a sleight of hand roll, probably.
I could probably do this.
Okay.
I've got good decks.
Basically, you just need to pop it off.
18.
18. All right. You slide your dagger inside and flick it off of its catch. Looking around, you can see that this wire seems to feed out the base of this pillar and streaks across the room to the back wall and goes up into the steam vents. You have a feeling that had this thing gone off, it would have released the steam valves into this room. And that is blindingly hot.
Oh.
Now inside of this,
burns.
you move this placard, this brass sheet that is about the size of a piece of paper, as I said. And as you're doing so, Pippi and Safia can re-enter the room.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, you'll notice that the column that the statue is on is hollow, and a large sack is inside. Now, the pillar is about 3 feet by 3 feet. This entire thing is hollow, minus the first 4 inches on all sides.
Oh man.
The sack is the size of a small trash bag.
I will pull it out.
I need a strength check from you. I did the math on this.
Hop in with the
Okay.
assist.
Okay.
A
So you
natural
made-
20.
Oh
All
man,
right.
maybe not.
Reroll and see if you get a nat 20 because Safi is helping you.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
am helping.
No.
Oh.
Now here's the quick question. Are the coins in this world roughly the same size as the coins in our world?
I would say
So,
yeah.
for example, is a copper
Probably.
penny about the size of one of our pennies?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Then a
think
silver's
it's-
probably about the size of a quarter, and then a gold's
Yeah.
probably about the size of a loonie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then with that, you, with her help, are able to pull a very, very sturdy leather sack weighing almost 200 pounds out of this hole. It takes you a full minute, and as it slaps to the floor, you will actually see that it makes a slight dent in the floor here. The sack is the size of a pair of soccer balls. And
Can we
as
just find
you,
pirate treasure?
you find what can only be, and once you count it, you'll confirm, 3,000 copper pennies.
Of course,
Whoa!
it's pennies.
Of course it's pennies.
Yeah.
It kind of would have to be.
Yep.
But
30 gold pieces.
that's still a lot.
It weighs 180 pounds. I
Oh my
did the math
God.
today. That's how much $300 in pennies weigh.
Holy crap. It's a lot of pennies, guys.
It's a lot of pennies.
Yeah.
Wow. You're no longer sixpence, Lucky.
You're
A
3,000
lot more
Six
than
of them
that.
are, but only 6 of them are lucky.
Oh, she's good.
Mm-hmm.
The chat reminds that dying is bad for your health.
Oh, of course. Yes.
That's
Okay.
important advice.
Especially
All
if
right.
death by biting. It's
Yeah.
kind of frowned
Health
upon.
means no lifing.
Zombies,
No health,
vampires.
that.
and no health means no lifing, and means
You
you
have-
are the dead.
You have reclaimed the Periap. Pardon me. You have reclaimed the Periap necklace. And now that you're in this room, do you take a moment to take a look at it?
Yeah.
I would like whoever is
heck are
handling
we?
this to make me a history roll.
Oh,
In
I
fact,
love
anybody
history.
who's looking at it can do this. Pippi, you have advantage on this.
Okay.
I have -2 to all history checks, but I can make the roll anyway.
Is this under wisdom?
This is a history roll. It's an intelligence roll.
Intelligence.
3.
12.
12?
20.
20?
Ooh.
Natural?
Unnatural.
And
I rolled
Pippi?
a 16.
18
18.
altogether.
Kaelin and Pippi, you will both recognize this item to be, besides a stunning piece of art, this is made in the style and with the insignia of the House of Celes, one of the leading families of the city.
The statue itself?
No, the necklace
Just-
that you've recovered.
Oh, right. The necklace. Yeah.
This is, just to give you a bit of context, this is the equivalent of the manager of the local TGI Fridays having you acquire a piece of jewelry that is engraved to the Clintons.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Or perhaps the Trudeaus.
Oh dear.
So.
The Celes
So-
really are the Clintons, though. Jeez.
Mm.
Or the Kennedys. More the Kennedys.
So this
Damn boring.
means we need to ask some questions.
Now, I will say, the item in question, looking at this is very valuable.
Yeah.
And Kaelin, actually, anyone here can make me an Arcana roll looking at this thing.
Oh, you want me on that one?
9.
Lucky this thing
21.
looks like it's worth a lot of money.
We should sell it.
21. Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that you want to get mixed up with the sellers like that, but
If we sell it, we don't have it anymore.
yes, but the sellers find out we sold it, or the
Mhm.
dude who hired us finds out we sold it.
Well, what
much
is
was
he
it?
doing with
That's what I'm more
a
interested
medallion?
in. Plus,
from,
this is a,
yeah. What's he doing?
maybe
with
I
the
should tell you
medallion
all
from
this
that?
now.
Kaelin, what
What?
did you get from Arcana?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, Pippi, did you make her an Arcana roll?
Yeah, 17.
17? And Safi and Pippi, both of you will recognize that this... You think you know what item this is. You think that this, in its style and the heart shape, this is a Periapt of Health.
Oh boy,
And what's
from the sellers. Ooh.
The retail for this is roughly 5,000 gold.
holy crap?
I have about
So-
a million questions for our innkeep friend or bartender
Yeah.
friend or Mr.
Yeah.
Sketch.
All
we
right,
call him Mr.
and
Sketch?
Going out the back door.
so
Ugh.
it looks like you guys have a choice to make, and I think that as you look down at this item that may have been stolen from one of the most prominent families of the city, or who knows,
Mhm.
I think this is a good place to call our first session.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Yes.
hey guys,
Fucking
thank you for
rights.
tuning in. Did you guys have an okay first session?
Oh my god, that was so
great.
I will say, I'm sorry.
Survived.
I know.
Yes!
This thing is really tough. By the way, it's a challenge rating 2.
Jesus.
Christine, you did a significant amount of damage to it, and I'm sorry that you went down. I hate taking people out, but that's life. Hey, Caffeine System, thank you for being in chat. Everybody who's tuning in on Twitch or YouTube or later on podcast, thank you so much. We're going to be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with Werewolf the Forsaken episode 4?
4, I think.
Another episode of Werewolf the Forsaken, The Bitches of Brewery Park. And we are going to be back, of course, next Wednesday, like we are every Wednesday, with Generic Fantasy setting number 17735, The Shards of Nirn, which continues on episode 42, 43.
Wow.
As
Look at
they
you, Agent.
proceed into the living sands of the desert nation of, well, you'll find out because Edagon might have given them the wrong name.
Oh my god.
Of course you did.
Of course
He accidentally gave you the name of Pathfinder's country.
Aww.
Tisk.
Because he's a ding dong.
Hey, Caffeine System! Thank you so much for following us.
Aw, yay.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I've got to go work on that all day tomorrow to figure out what they're doing, because you never can tell with werewolves.
It'll be
Hello.
time.
All right, and I think at this point, y'all have completed your first mission.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
So
Well
I'm
enough.
gonna make you level 2.
Ooh, exciting!
All right,
Oh,
so
I'm so excited.
You fought a were creature. I think you're worth it. But I'm gonna end the stream right now so you can level up off camera. Have a great night, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Stay dorky out there.
Bye.
Or-
Bye.